break.
Hey yo, pop a burger.
Hey,
We live? We're live.
Hey.
Okay. Good evening. So,
I look around the microphone.
right? Yeah, a little different every time. Always changing things up. Okay, so tonight we're starting our, well, I guess it's the third campaign for our group, but the second one we're going to be running concurrently. That way, everyone always, well, the DMs always have enough time to actually make sure that they're ready for their next section. Been a while since we've been together. Tonight we'll be running the... There we go. Heroes of Baldur's Gate. This is a not quite official module. So it is on the DMs Guild, dmsguild.com. It was made by one of the lead developers of the old school Baldur's Gate computer games. So it's not quite official, but at the same time has some weight behind it. So this adventure takes place circa, second edition, I think, in terms of what the timeline was, but we're still running 5th edition rules for it all. And the module was built for 5th edition. And I'll read what I put on the page, the short version summary,
Please.
just because, yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long time.
So, 1 year ago, the Sword Coast was nearly plunged into a war. A mercantile organization known as the Iron Throne, no relation, manipulated the great nations of Baldur's Gate and toward war, eager for the profits that would come from such a conflict. The plans of the Iron Throne were exposed and undone by a group of intrepid adventurers and wizards known as the Harpers. Although war was averted, the Iron Throne was merely a front which disguised much greater threats. The leaders of the Iron Throne had unwisely involved themselves with many dangerous entities. They hired unscrupulous wizards to study magical secrets that were better forgotten. They made pacts with power-hungry men who wished to become gods. They hired shape-shifting assassins who could infiltrate the throne rooms of great kingdoms. Although the Iron Throne has been shattered, the evil that they unleashed still lurks within the city of Baldur's Gate. You know all about this because the Harpers have recently reached out to all of you for help. One of their agents, a man named Kahlid, has sent you an urgent missive requesting that you meet with him at a fortified tavern along the coastway called the Friendly Arm Inn. So, the Friendly Arm Inn is a literal fort that has been converted into an inn and tavern halfway between the city of Baldur's Gate and the Cloakwood forest. Approximately. I'm fudging things there, but good enough. It's a pretty common stop for travelers because, again, it's a literal fort, so it's about as safe as you're going to get on the road at night. Who's showing up to the inn first?
Yeah, I would be. Tierno Talawe.
All right.
Or just Tierno. It's fine.
Should have a regular name for what?
Tierno.
Wish I say that when I was about this.
You can call me Mr. T.
All right.
If that's easier.
Boy.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Mr. T, the heavy wood doors open into a cozy tap room bathed in warm lantern light. The inn is packed with patrons dressed in varying attire, both familiar and exotic. Scattered among them stand a handful of well-armored soldiers who all wear the distinctive insignia of a clenched fist wreathed in flame. You would recognize this as the insignia of the Flaming Fists. They serve as basically the police and military for Baldur's Gate. As you cross the inn's threshold, one soldier approaches you, holding out his arm. He says, "You won't be needing weapons here. Leave them with me, and I'll return them upon your departure."
Right.
Now, you've been around the Baldur's Gate area for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I have an oath
Yeah.
sworn to the Harpers already.
So
This is kind of my joint. Right?
yeah, so you would know
Can I
that.
flash in my badge?
Well, you would know that it's the policy of the Friendly Arm Inn that everyone hands in their weapons at the door. They even have this strange practice of requiring that spellcasters tie their thumb of one hand to their belt so that they can't cast spells. This is basically the DMZ.
Yeah.
Like no, this is neutral ground. It's safe here.
Well, I certainly don't have a spell problem.
Right.
So you want me to hand over all my weapons? So
That's correct.
I'm holding my hammer pretty much all the time. It's a two-handed war hammer, right? And it's big enough, and I'm a big dude, so I like reach it out to him, and he's gonna struggle to hold this thing for clarity. So I kind of drop it in his hands, and he falls over, and then I pull out one hand axe and drop that on the floor, the other hand axe, and then I pull out my glaive off my back and drop that on the floor, and then I pull out the crowbar in my back, and then I said, "Hold out my hands. Do you want me to turn in these too?"
Yep, that's the policy. And he waves over to another couple of guards, and they both come over and relieve you of your equipment.
He's talking about
I'm
hands.
moving my actual hands.
So they kind of give you a once over, and you don't look like a spellcaster to me. Those should be fine.
So, I'm huge. I'm a huge, like, metallic silver-looking beast of a man. Like, so like, weapons are my hands.
Yeah,
too.
but
Okay.
they have literal, swords and spears, and
Yeah.
you're unarmed, though not. You've still got two arms,
Right.
but that's it now. So
Fair enough.
while he's taking the 25 minutes it takes to take all of his equipment off, who's next to show up?
So, I will go and end up showing up. My name is Norlynn. By years, I'm probably over 2,000 years old.
That'll happen.
By actual age, I'm only 21. I'm a half-elf. My mom was a moon elf, and my dad was a wizard human of a lost empire that basically self-destructed. And so they squirreled me away. And when I was found, I couldn't speak the language very well. So I was placed into the Harper custody. So I've kind of been around for a little while, learning
Yep.
my common a little bit better. And so I'll come in and ask to get a drink, and I'll hand my longbow and my 2 daggers all to the doorman.
So I have been trying to send you a picture of Kahlid via Slack, and okay, it did? All right, wonderful. It was unclear as to whether or not it actually went.
Got it.
So both of you two, you're some of the more familiar with Kahlid. You'd show up, know who he is, write to him, no problem.
Yeah. Well, I don't go right to him. I go to the bar.
Well, he actually does have 5 mugs sitting out right in front of him.
Waiting.
Yes. And he seems a little he's always kind of a twitchy guy, has a stutter, but he seems especially on edge at the moment.
I walk over and spin the chair around, stand in the crowd, and sit down on it backwards, and down on the boat and look for the dashboard.
As I go sit, prim and proper, waiting for him to speak.
Thank you for joining me. We have 3 more of our party to join us, and then we'll begin. Who's next?
I walk in. 2 short swords.
And you were a former Flaming Fist, so yeah, you already know the rules.
I walk in with all my stuff ready to hand over.
Yep.
Former as in retired or
Yeah.
forcefully retired?
Hero here.
So Jimbo here was a former Flaming Fist who recently retired after the conflict I mentioned in the backstory here.
So he is a hero.
I was in my prime during the God's War.
Oh, you're on the tail end.
So the Gods' War, for people who might not be as familiar, that was a time when the gods were basically exiled from their celestial realms to the prime material, like this world. And yeah, things got a little ugly. A few gods died, chief among them Baal, god of murder. That I'm sure that won't come up.
Yeah. Is he partially did? It's all wait. Sorry.
So you see a human male. Trying to remember what are my traits? Height and
Description.
description.
Characteristics.
Yes. Let's see, a mid-30s, well-built, 6-foot-tall human, blonde hair, well-tanned, blue eyes. Name's Jimbo Spice. Let's sit down.
Well, thank you for joining us, Jimbo. Haven't seen you since, that issue of the Iron Throne last year.
Unfortunate business.
But good to see you again. I just wish it was under better circumstances. We've got two to go.
So walks up to the door disguised as a human in a cloak. Would they know that she's a spellcaster?
They've been doing this job.
Okay.
They're gonna make a guess.
Okay. So she goes and she comes to the door and she hands in her flute, her rapier, and then she tugs her thumb at her side.
And
It's her thumb, right?
yeah. So you got string, or you need some of ours?
What?
They actually like take twine and tie your thumb to your belt.
Okay.
So all right, he pulls out lengths of twine, about yay long or so, and ties your thumb to. You have a belt.
Yep.
All right, ties it to your belt so you can get your hand, about to here, but there's no way you're going to be able to do full spell casting like that with that hand. So any spells that would have an actual, I forget the term off the top of my head, somatic component will not function.
Okay. Oh, I know.
Verbal, they can't. Yeah,
I'm fully aware of that.
there's only so much they can do, but they're taking reasonable precautions without forcing spellcasters to like be magically silenced, because that'd just be a little rude.
We just put tape across.
But it's a tavern. Then they couldn't drink.
This is true.
Yeah.
We tape it with a strong middle.
So
No,
M,
now we're getting into some bondage stuff here.
Like, this is not what I signed up for.
Well, I mean,
so M, you walk in.
so yeah, so I'm.
So you see
I didn't
Kahlid
say
and
I didn't say my name, but yes.
right. Well, you see Kahlid and the three of them,
Yes.
but you're disguised, so he doesn't necessarily recognize you.
No, he doesn't.
So, what do you do when you walk in?
When I walk in, they're all sitting down, correct? Are you guys all sitting
Sounded
I-
like
Yeah. So I go to the table and
this.
and Khalid's sitting there, but like his foot like is just like twitching.
So M walks up to the table as a human, and then when upon sitting down, she then morphs into her changeling.
So you remember what I mentioned about the doppelgangers and not shape-shifting?
Damn it. Okay.
So-
Fine, I'll stay in my human form.
No, it's fine because Khalid knows who you
Yeah.
are. But I'm just when we had this discussion,
My cloak
it had
is
been
still
a while.
on.
Yeah.
With the hood up.
So he sort of jerks, like flinches at the sight of that, but then he puts two and two together and goes, M?
It's me, Kahlid.
Oh, very well. Imowen spoke very highly of you.
That's interesting. And so, Imowen is changeling. So obviously, I was just explaining characters since our
No,
titles-
M is a changeling. Imowen's your handler.
I said M.
Oh,
Did I?
I thought you said Imowen.
Oh, I'm sorry. God, their names are too close together, and I didn't plan that. I'm sorry. M is a changeling, and so she can shapeshift at will into any figure, I guess, that she's seen before. Human though, right? Not. I don't. think-
Humanoid.
Yeah, humanoid figure. She's a becomer, so she believes that there are different types of changelings, and so she's of the belief that to be a changeling is to possess many different shapes, identities, and lives altogether. So.
But the city's sort of on alert
Right now.
for shapeshifters because they had a doppelganger problem
Yes.
within the past year.
So.
So that could cause trouble later on.
Yes. So.
Yeah. So part of the Iron Throne's plot was to replace high-ranking government officials with doppelgangers.
Right.
And
Yeah.
changelings are a hybrid of doppelgangers and what did you say? It was
Human.
Yeah, and humans.
But they're not normally native to this
Yes.
world. So most people are going to stab first and ask questions never. Anyway, we've got one last party member to arrive.
Corbin,
Yes.
is a half elf, half elf. He is a reincarnated dragon that knows all about his past. He was cursed by
Shadow Druids.
Shadow Druids. There we go. I knew it was Druid. I was thinking stone. I knew that one right. Shadow Druids into the form of a half elf. As a dragon of the woods, he often preyed upon the wood elves and the half elves. So he has become kind of like that, which like it's
You are
almost
what you
like-
eat.
Yeah, it's almost like complete. Like thrown into his own personal hell of he is now that which he used to terrorize.
Does he disdain himself like dinner or something?
Looks in the mirror and goes, "Damn." No, actually, he has learned over his time that, to kind of repent his ways as a dragon, and is now spending his life trying to sort of make up for and good karma kind of thing back, gain good karma back sort of thing because of all the evil that he did over the centuries.
Yeah.
But he has a strong dislike of shadow druids, and has been learning how to hunt them and kill them, and will do so at every opportunity he can, as well as hoarding all the things because he is still kind of a dragon at heart.
And you're missing your horde.
Yes,
Like-
I want my horde. I want
Yes,
it back.
he's
The one I lost when the shadow druids killed me, or it's still there. I think. I hope.
Well-
But I have to find it. So
My precious.
exactly.
sorry. Was there anything else you wanted to say?
No, I'm fine.
All right.
So
All right, Kahlid, we're
So-
all here. What are we doing?
Well,
so
let him actually get there.
Sorry.
So Corbin
That was backstory.
is kind of a not standoffish, but timid, shy, and doesn't like to be around populous places. So the fact this inn is kind of like in the middle of nowhere is great, but the inn itself is populated, and therefore, so he's kind of timid coming in. He turns in his longbow and other weapons, and then recognizes Kahlid and goes to sit down, but it's just very slow, and he's definitely looking all around, trying to see
Is there somebody here?
where the exits are and where the best way to hide and escape if needed.
So you handed all your weapons over.
And proceeded to the
Yeah,
table.
yeah, okay. All right. So at that point, everyone who wants a glass has a glass at this point, and Kahlid sees the last person step up to the table and he kind of sighs like, finally. He's like sweating like kind of profusely, and he's kind of a tan fellow, but he kind of looks a little more pale than he should, like like sickly. And he starts into this speech. Thank you for joining me. My name is Kahlid. I wish to hire a group of adventurers to aid in the rescue of my wife. She was carried off by gibberlings after our camp was overrun less than a 10-day ago. It seems like their horde was traveling towards the Cloakwood, not far from here. And upon seeing that look of confusion or perhaps annoyance, Kahlid explains further. Gibberlings are a type of vicious feral humanoid. No one knows where they come from, but the creatures have plagued the Sword Coast for the last 10 years or so. They sleep over the winters, but return next year stronger than ever. They usually eat their victims, but I know they have Jaheira alive. Our wedding bands have a bond, you see. This will be a dangerous task, but I do have gold. Will you help me?
These gibberlings, they don't worship Bane, do they?
I don't think they worship much of anything.
More like a creature.
Yes. Uh, 50 gold for each of you who is willing to assist me. That seem like a reasonable sum to everyone?
After we have helped you, will you help me with my quest?
Of course. We've been looking into your
Sarcophagus.
coffin.
Sarcophagus.
Of course. And your common has come along quite well.
It's getting better. I'm in bed. I will be honored to help you.
I'm good. Let's do this.
Why are you so nervous?
So he would know that Kahlid has always had a stutter, but I just want to rescue my wife.
What's your wife's name?
You would know Kahlid and Jahira.
Oh, Jahira?
Jahira.
Jahira.
So Kahlid, despite his outward appearance, is a fairly capable fighter, and Jahira is a druid.
Of course we'll help you find
Not shadow druid.
Of course we'll help you find Jahira, or I will anyway, but the rest of you guys.
Is anyone unwilling?
At least two of us have the stones.
Excuse me.
I'm in there.
Language.
I am unwilling to be trapped, ambushed, set up, and I worry about how you're talking to us, that you are nervous for something, and I want to know what that is.
Khalid's a good guy, alright? Of all the people that you could be worried about in this joint, it ain't him.
Would an extra 10 gold calm your nerves?
Well, if that's the case, then why did he let his wife get taken away?
I don't know how she was taken.
We don't spend every waking minute together. She's a very important person in these parts, and sometimes we have to split up for the greater good.
Would I have spoken to Kahlid before, or in person, that I would know that he stammers?
So,
That's the basis of my distrust.
right, so you'd been looking around for Harpers, right, as part of your backstory? So, you would know of Kahlid and Jahira at this point, although I'm not certain that you've actually met either of them.
Okay. Then we can backtrack and take back my suspicions and the extra 10 offered.
No, I think we just roll with it. Just roll with it.
I will help.
Very good. M?
I suppose so, as long as it doesn't interfere with what Norlynn has tasked me to do.
Honestly, I'm unfamiliar with that, but I don't expect this to take more than a day, 2 at the most. Shouldn't be a problem.
Alright.
It's just some gibberlings.
It's never just something.
I mean, you hit him with the big end of the stick, right? Big old squish.
What does squish?
Yeah, like that. I look around for something soft. Is there anything soft on the table?
There's probably some bread. Yeah.
Okay, so I pick up the mug in my hand and I go like that, and it shatters in like 40 pieces. How about you gonna make me roll for that?
I think you've got what, like 16 strength? I think smashing a mug is.
This is D&D.
Is it?
I forgot we were playing here.
You left your weapons at the door.
Yes, it's true.
Oh.
Oh, you do.
So,
like, I'm a gigantic rock-looking thing, so smush like glass.
Earth Ganassi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, with that, Kahlid says, if there's any other business you need to attend to before you leave, I suggest we get on to it, and then we can be off.
Any journaling where he said we were going?
Cloakwood?
I don't have any documents of it.
Did you say Oakwood?
Cloakwood.
The
Cloakwood.
Cloakwood.
That's
Yep.
just south, right? That's, what is it, south?
Sure.
Of Baldur?
Yes, yes. Yes, it is.
So would we know how to get there on our own? Would we?
General direction of it, yeah.
Okay. Just wondering if you would need to.
He plans on going with you.
Oh,
He's
okay.
he's walking towards the door with you.
Okay.
He is all in on getting Jahira back.
Okay.
For 50 gold and
Plus-
60 to me.
Yeah.
You said we can get things done before we head out, right?
If you have any other business to attend to?
In drive, like,
Is
how we-
Emma in town?
we come back home.
No, she's still at Baldur's Gate.
The Baldur's Gate
Okay.
folder, so there isn't
And
a
we're
set
we're at
The Friendly Arm Inn is
what town is that?
it's not a town.
Okay.
This is a fort about, I believe, half a day out from the city
Okay.
that is kind of
Sorry,
the
still getting used to this.
yeah, no, this is kind of the last gas station before you hit the desert.
Okay.
Speaking colloquially, there isn't a desert, it's woods, but
Okay. Nope, then I'm good.
yeah.
They call the woods the desert.
No, this is just, you see the signs if you're driving like out west, like last gas station for X miles.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what this is.
The last stop before.
Last stop before you've left civilization.
I scoop up my equipment and head right out the door.
All right, and with that, Kahlid is lockstep with you.
I follow. I gracefully get up and walk and grab my stuff.
Kahlid, when we're all this is said and done, you keep your 50 gold. Just make me another bottle of that mead.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tierno. So, I have traced Jahira's whereabouts to where she was taken, though honestly I don't have the skills to track her from there. And so if he starts leading you all down the road, if no one complains or protests, it takes you a couple of hours, and then you reach a campsite that has just been ruined. The stench of rot and flies, buzzing of flies, assaults your senses. Like, even before you reach the campsite, you know there's something dead and rotting coming up. When you get there's corpses of these small-ish, hairy monsters that just litter the field, along with the corpses of several humanoids. Your various, a couple of humans, an elf there, halfling. And with that, I will send you a picture of the gibberlings. So that,
These are dead gibberish.
yes, these are dead. The picture I'm sending is not.
I approached the nearest one. Is his skull intact?
Sure.
And I go squish. And then look at you.
Thank you
And-
for that illustration.
You looking at her?
He's making fun of my inability to understand all of the common colloquialisms.
Got a little one left?
You do notice that while the skull was intact, most of the body was not. It looks like something's been come back and been gnawing at all of these bodies.
Oh, it's kind of like the little pygmies from Mummy 2.
Yeah.
Could N shapeshift into one of these? It's really
What's the rules on shapeshift? You look that up while I finish the wrap up of the description. So there's some torn tents, camp gear strewn about, and Kahlid actually looks over towards the woods and says, I swear the Cloakwood wasn't nearly so close when I came upon the camp this morning. And the woods are, I mean, it's obvious the woods he's referring to. They're, say, maybe a bow shot away from the camp.
The woods are moving. Are they...
Possibly?
Can I roll
Moving
perception?
trees seem reasonable enough.
Perception for what?
I'm not really much of a tree guy.
More
So.
than just trees?
Oh, sure. Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, probably not. Right, because it's just perception plus my roll. Yeah, that sucks. 8.
Yeah, so they look like trees. They're wooden. There's some leaves, green, leafy. A few of the few pines sprinkled in as well. Yeah.
It's like home.
So he's talking about the trees though, like they were moving. So I take like 5 steps towards them. And they don't look threatening. And I kind of, I'm jacked up ready for trees to attack.
Of course they're not threatening. They're trees. Please. Could someone more talented at tracking perhaps look for my wife? Yeah, that'd be survival. Yep.
17.
Oh yeah. This is easy. Like, there are literal tracks of hundreds. So it's no problem at all, like, seeing where these things came in from. They basically just plowed everything in a wide swath on their way to and from this camp. You figure you should have no problem following them back to where they came from.
I start walking. Well, is there anything interesting left behind?
All the leads talking about. I don't think the trees took her.
That's great.
There were bodies. What other bodies were there?
You gotta stop burping. You're killing me.
Scouts, camp, like hangers on.
So,
Yeah.
so according to what I'm reading, I can technically do it. It says, as an action, you can transform your appearance or revert to your natural form. You can't duplicate the appearance of a creature you've never seen, and you revert to your natural form if you die. You decide what you look like, including your height, weight, facial features, the sound of your voice, coloration, blah, 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 sex, hair length, blah, blah, blah. You can make yourself appear as a member of another race, though none of your game statistics change. I can't become like a quadrupedal if I'm bipedal. That's the only, that's the one big thing. But it looks like they are bipedal, so.
They are small humanoids, not human, but
Yeah.
humanoid in shape. So yeah, sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like I can do it, so.
They're not beast. They're not, like, there isn't a humanoid grouping for this. They technically count as an aberration if you're looking at type, which you track a couple different types of, like, human and elf, right? And Norlynn was monstrosity. Okay, that's what I thought.
Alright, side note. forest mountain. I didn't realize that he had. So just FYI,
Okay.
Since we haven't actually gotten started.
Okay. I was gonna let it go.
So, because of my draconic memories,
Hmm.
I can recall things about the Cloakwood.
Yes, and you get advantage on intelligence, nature, and wisdom survival checks within the Cloakwood.
In the Cloakwood, but
Yes.
also when recalling information about. So
Mhm.
Since you said something about, what kind of trees or did the trees move, and we're not concerned about them moving, but I'm thinking back to and trying to recall if I knew anything about that, the creatures or the woods, or why, if there's something special about the Cloakwood that would
Okay.
cause those trees to
So we'll say history, intelligence history, and you've got advantage.
Yes.
So 2 dice, advantage.
He's already
Well, I
at
got
20.
rolled a nat 20.
Oh, well, there you go. You don't even need it. So, yeah. So the forest does look larger, like as if it's been going through some sort of seemingly unnatural growth lately compared to what you remember it.
Okay, so like expanding and the
Yes.
trees were growing.
Yes.
But not necessarily.
Not moving,
Right, just
but
growing.
it looks like highly accelerated what would otherwise be natural growth. Yeah.
The trees are not moving. They're just growing very quickly, and the forest is expanding unnaturally. But it's just normal tree growth. It's just happening at a rapid rate, is what I tell the gathered folk.
Oh, all right.
And with that, Kahlid starts insisting that if we have the trail, we really should be going. It would be dangerous
Follow me.
to.
He found all sorts of tracks.
It would be dangerous to be caught out at night, and we really should hurry.
But we didn't walk in.
So you guys met at the inn around midday. It's been a couple hours. Not like it's like 8 o'clock at night or anything. He's just trying to push.
All right. Yeah, well, we clearly don't want to camp here. The smell's a little bit overwhelming.
I would agree.
So
So we're
Lockstep,
pressing
yeah, we're
forward.
pressing forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you follow along the trail, and middle of the tracks, as I said, it's a pretty easy track to follow because there were a lot of these things. And you see up ahead about a dozen mounds of freshly turned dirt right at the edge of the forest. They're size of maybe a large dog, approximately. Mound of dirt, except for there's one mound in the middle that's bigger. They're just kind of haphazard scattering around the larger one. Do you want to investigate?
How far away are we from this?
What's the range on a bow? Like 60, 80?
I don't know.
We'll say double that. Say 100 yards out. That's when you could see the bigger one. You see the smaller ones as you get just slightly closer than that.
I'm just walking. Somebody's telling me.
Toward the mound? Like, the mounds are in the middle of the trail. So are you just going to, like, walk right past
I'm
them?
gonna
Well, I was kind of following him. So.
stop
Okay.
where he's been.
Em at this point has kind of stopped.
I'm gonna
She's
stop
very cautious.
at about 80 feet away.
Okay.
Take out my crossbow. Bolt. Aim for the big mound.
Okay.
What could go
Wait.
wrong? Could be an ambush. With that, I start walking around it. I peel off to the right and start walking, circling it.
Em says I might be able to go and investigate this.
You want to go there yourself?
Yes.
All right.
And so.
I cast Pass Without a Trace. So you can. How does that work?
I don't know. You have to tell me. It's your thing.
Plus 10 for stealth roll.
You get plus 10 to stealth check.
Oh,
You
sweet.
cannot be tracked except by magical means.
Okay.
That's it.
So.
Walk with the stone.
Okay, walk with the stone, thank you. So Em is going to. Can I perform an action out of combat?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so she's going to change appearance and take the form of one of the dead gibberlings that we saw earlier.
Okay.
And then kind of, I don't know what, I'm just gonna assume that she's gonna kind of like.
Are you still wearing all of your gear?
I have to take, she's gonna proceed to take it all off.
Okay.
'Cause-
After you're a gibberling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because your clothes don't change as a changeling, so
Right.
she's going to.
Technically, they're gonna fall off because you would be so small.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot
Yeah.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
She's
going
gonna
to
be
be.
naked a lot.
I forgot about this until I reread it, and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna be having to like.
You know, let me help you with that. I pick the clothes up off the ground and stick them in my pack.
You keep any weapons?
Realistically, I can't do that, so I'm only going to be able to have my spells, right?
Gibberlings use like.
Oh.
It has a knife.
Yeah.
I'll keep my rapier
Okay.
on me. I'll hold it in my left hand, and my right is my, yeah. Since you tied, yeah.
Oh, you're not still tied up.
No, I know, but that was the hand that was tied up before, so I'll carry the rapier.
That's become her dominant spell.
Yeah. Dominant spell hand, dominant rapier.
What size is a gibberling?
Classified small.
Can you hold the rapier in this form?
Yeah.
Yeah. One-handed light weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Should be fine.
as my halfling in the other campaign, I was allowed to hold the rapier.
Yeah.
It's just I can't hold.
I was gonna offer you a dagger if you wanted something small.
I'm good.
I scoop up all your gear, but I put your clothes in my pack.
Oh jeez. This is gonna become a thing. Alright. And then I'll roll stealth as I make my way over to the mound to inspect. I wouldn't know their mannerisms and how they act because I haven't seen a gibberling before.
That's fair.
So I guess I would have some. Would I have disadvantage with that? But it says my
Disadvantage might come up if you start interacting with them with like a bluff or something,
'Cause it
but
says
not for
even-
stealth. No.
It says even to the most astute observers, your ruse is usually indiscernible. If you rouse suspicion, you may have advantage on any charisma check you make to avoid detection.
Okay.
So. All right.
But you're just doing stealth right now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
You said I have plus 10.
Plus 10.
Oh, jeez.
20. So with the plus 10 is 22 plus 4 is 26, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
26.
Can
And
I roll stealth as well?
yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, if you all want
12
to.
plus 10
Pass
plus
without
4.
pass without trace effects. Everybody.
Woo!
19.
That was a good roll.
Okay.
That was a good roll.
26.
Cool.
Like, it doesn't matter.
So, and then actually, yeah, we'll have Kahlid roll as well, because he's with you guys. He doesn't have any bonuses to stealth. Didn't think so.
So, in 4, we had to track the roll for stealth. Is
Yep.
that true in 5 as well?
Yep. And it was a plus 10, right? It was a plus 10?
Plus 10.
All right.
Stealth one of your abilities.
Understood. I just wasn't sure if I needed to track my roll of a 12.
Oh, I mean, he does.
Well-
He's usually aware of something that it's contesting. So.
Yeah, yeah.
I crouch down like a lion, like just start creeping off to the right.
All right. And how close is everybody? While M's moving up.
80 feet.
All right.
80 feet, but I'm circling at 80 feet now.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah. M. Proceed.
So I move up closer to the mound.
Okay. Looks like there's some dirt there.
Really?
Yeah.
No
It's
idea.
a dirt mound.
Of course it is.
Of course.
I silently pull a bow,
Okay.
as I can see, and just
Yeah, yeah.
kind of follow her, just in case.
Of course, it's just a freaking dirt mound. Can
Well, I mean, you haven't done anything with it yet.
I
You
know.
approach it is.
So I'm gonna pretend to sniff it because I'm this creature.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like, you know, I'm just, I'm bluffing here, right? So I'm just like, I'm trying to pretend I know what a gibberling is.
Okay. So you're trying to approach it like a gibberling. would.
I'm
Okay.
assuming I know. I'm assuming.
Yep.
So I'm
Fair
kind of
little
just,
beastie.
huh?
A fair little beastie.
Yeah. So just kind of like sniffing around, maybe like poking at it with the.
So you poke it.
Talking of a mound, this is going downhill already.
So you poke the big one. Right? That's what you want to do?
Sure, because I'm a dumb creature.
Okay. So when you poke the big one, the small mounds all around you begin to
Oops.
yeah.
Russell.
Yeah, rustle. That's the right word. And
Got you.
all of the I said a dozen mounds, including the big one. So 11 gibberlings start tearing their way out of the mounds. They see you, and they get kind of confused, and one of them says,
Gibberling.
So gibberish.
yes.
Sometimes it's
M may have just discovered why they're called that. And they look around elsewhere, but you guys rolled pretty well. You pass that check, and they start just to burrow their way back down into the dirt.
I'm about a third of the way around.
So there's just passable woods to our.
And I saw this, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Is it passable terrain off the trail? I mean,
yeah. This is
Is there one
Edge of the
that's,
woods.
like, a little slower than the others? Like everybody else is buried in there, but there's one that's still kind of got like an axe in the air. 'Cause he's just
you want to shoot the straggler?
I do want to shoot the straggler.
You may certainly shoot the straggler.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm approaching here.
Whatever the straggler is.
Sure.
I'm used to this. Oh,
So we are now in the wood.
Edge of the woods. So sure, like just at the edge of the tree cover. Yeah.
alright, so I have a longbow, and it's a D8.
So with this, yeah, let's get a sheet going.
It's coming.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that.
So if we go into the low on mana folder, the 02 Baldur's Gate, it's in there.
There's the folder. Here's the old gate. Combat log. Oh, where are they? initiative? Is that okay?
Not yet. Well, actually,
I'm approaching.
It doesn't start till I shoot, right?
so what we're going to do is roll for initiative, but you get, so they're all surprised. Yeah.
I'm rushing in, hammer. Silent as a cat.
So since they're surprised, they're all going to do nothing on their first round.
Okay. If that was my best roll, I would be mad. Like, wasted that on initiative.
Oh, you got a plan? You gotta share it.
It's what she did.
I know. This is the whole point. It's fun. Shit happens.
I didn't know there was a plan. Let me tell you about Tierno's plan. They involve squishing things.
That actually means that you're in front of me.
And then-
For initiative. I don't know. I thought it was mine who has the bigger initiative.
Two.
Mostly squishing things.
All right. So, 25 to 20.
Do you have a tracker sheet up there?
It looks like there's a thing to track initiative off to the side, right?
How about if we all just put it in there?
Yeah. If everyone has it open.
What is your thing?
I'm a 10.
Did someone just deleted Kahlid? You guys don't like Kahlid?
22 is my initiative.
I think you beat the rest of us.
I just wasted my 20.
That's better, right?
So 9 for the gibberlings, and then Kahlid, where the heck are your stats? You jerk, you're asleep on the job. Oh, there he is.
Nice.
11 for Kahlid. Wow. So yeah, you guys are. Everyone's going to go before the gibberlings, though everyone's surprised, but you.
15?
15 against AC, I assume. I did not space these sheets out the way I should. 15 will hit.
Awesome.
I mean, you're basically attacking a naked little man, so yeah.
It's an 8. But it's 8 damage.
And that gibberling just falls still.
It's not exactly what I meant to do, but that works.
Yeah, so yeah, it was scrambling around to dig back in, instead just stops moving. So with that, though, you've got another 10 gibberlings to go.
Who's up?
Did they notice it? Or they-
Oh yeah, yeah. So he, and they all start burrowing back out and looking around confused.
Alright, so are we back at the top of the order then?
Yes, so at that point we'll be at the top of the order. M is up first. You've got 10 gibberlings all around you.
You look like one.
Look like one.
And I look like one.
Yes.
So what my plan was to bluff them back, like.
Yeah, it was probably gonna work too.
We needed to take one alive to find out where his wife went.
How did that work?
I'm still gonna try and do this. So, I'm going to roll deception. Can I do that?
Okay. You can certainly try. It's what? Bluff? Is that the name of it?
Deception.
Oh, deception now. They keep changing the names on the skills.
It's okay. And
I want to hear your gibberish.
Let's hear it.
So, where am I?
So you're next to the center mound. So you are literally in the middle of the pack.
I'm what?
You're in the middle of the pack.
I'm in the middle of the pack. Okay.
Yep.
Make
There-
it your bitch.
Yeah, well, I'm a female. Well, I didn't pick my gender technically. I don't even know if they have a gender.
I asked you. You said yes.
What?
You said they did.
Gibberlings?
Oh, gibberlings.
I don't know if they have a gender or not.
Honestly,
Changelings have genders.
no, they do not.
Okay, so they don't have genders. Okay.
Or at least no obvious gender.
Well, technically they are. I don't think they just got born though.
Birthing gibberlings.
12 uterus.
Oh no. We went there.
Would that be uteri?
No, it's uteruses. No, it's I saw this on a medical show. It is uteruses.
All right. So what are you doing with these gibberlings?
So I look at them and I hold my ground and I go.
Yes.
You're awesome.
It's very convincing.
I rolled a 17 plus 5 is 22 on that deception roll.
Okay.
I realize you just said your father smells of elderberries.
No, she got like a 25. What are you talking about?
What do you get? No,
22.
22.
22. Close enough.
That just happened. Yes.
Okay. And the gibberlings reply back with a series of. These things are great. I might have to add them to every session.
Can I I think I'm the closest to this point.
Wait.
I'm assuming I heard that gibberish, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so could do I understand them?
No.
Oh, I was just about to roll for that. That's fair.
I mean, you can
should not
roll.
let me roll for that.
No, by all means, roll. The answer is no, but you can roll.
Sweet. So what just happened?
You attempted to speak gibberish at the gibberlings.
Does
But what?
Apparently you did.
What transpired?
Uh,
I wanted to be.
they're now like jumping like this and going.
Okay.
Does M have some sort of distinguishing feature for us so that
Rapier.
yes, okay. Exactly.
Good question.
Because I also have my bow at the ready.
So she actually has a well-kept rapier. The rest are coming out of the ground holding daggers, maybe a rusty short sword, or whatever they happen to find. It's gonna look unkempt.
I should have probably taken my.
I've decided I'm not rolling dice digitally anymore. It's lame.
So which one?
I was rolling dice digitally. I don't like that.
I don't like it either. Hammers up, I'm running.
I'm ready to shoot.
But M needs to finish her turn first.
Yep, I'm being patient, but I'm ready to smash.
Just squish.
Squish, thank you. I'll use squish.
My intent with that was to just kind of keep them distracted and on me and focused on me and kind of just
Make you the queen.
yes. Bow to me. All the gibberlings.
Any movement?
No, I'm staying
Okay.
right where I am at the
All right.
moment.
M is done. It's a tie between Corbin and Norlynn.
Well,
Norlynn?
since she went Norlynn, since she went first with that.
Separate round.
Oh wait.
You guys get to choose between you.
Yep.
Who goes first?
That would be, that's 21 and 6 damage. To
6 damage. That guy's still on his feet.
Oh.
All right. How are we tracking? So I'm gonna assume that's gibberling 2.
Yep. So we'll just put a 6 there.
Damage taken is 6.
Oh, I was just, same difference.
Edit,
Yep.
Undo 6, because that was actually a function.
So damage 6. Yep, you're good.
Do we know what their max?
Don't worry about it.
It's like call it 7. Because then at 8.
The 8 killed it, so.
We'll just put 8.
Yeah, until we know about 7.
8 question mark?
No, because it needs to be.
I know. It was a
Alright.
joke.
So I get a D8. So he's also Corbin has drawn a bow, and he's not aiming at that one because he was expecting, it to go down. Whoa. And he completely whiffs and misses everything. He fires the 1 plus 6, so a 6.
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, that's not a miss.
Yeah.
Do you move? What was that change?
No, I'm gonna stay. I think I'm in a pretty good spot. I have the distance and range, and I can definitely still.
You guys are both archers.
Yes.
Okay.
We're both rangers.
So
We-
balanced.
We've got a pretty good balance of front line and back line. It's just that
Middle.
it's 2 rangers, 2 fighters.
I got it.
Yeah,
I still
change
know what
it.
you are.
I'm a bard.
Oh.
She hit a flute or something.
I have a
sexy time.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I
Yep.
have a
Go ahead. Go
a
ahead, Jay.
viol and
Is it me now?
Yeah. You or me. You go ahead.
We're tied?
Yep.
Alright, I'm charging it. 1. With my short swords.
Okay. So you charge the closest gibberling.
Oh boy. Is that what? 11?
Nope. No dice.
So
It manages to get its. This one has a short sword and it manages to parry your attack.
If my first hit does 2 weapon fighting, can I do the bonus action with the offhand if I miss the first?
Yep.
So, same thing, offhand. 17.
Yep, that'll hit.
Just 2 damage though. I don't get my bonus. I don't get bonus damage.
That was going to be my question. You answered it. Thank you. So 2 damage taken on gibberling. On gibberling 3.
Hasn't been
Well-
probably.
Well,
I didn't
which
do-
one did you shoot?
She fired at 2, which is why.
Right, but like in terms of like we've kind of got. Hey, this will work.
Yep, left.
Where's the first one I shot and killed?
That's what he's asking.
I'm working on it. So here's the mound in the middle. So that's roughly where Nikki is.
I just attacked the green and
I'm sorry, M.
Yeah, that one way
that
down
was
there.
the
down-
dead one.
Yep. So this is the dead one.
Okay, so then I shot the one next to the dead one.
Wait,
This
where
one?
am I?
Yeah.
You're here, because that's where the center mound was. Because it's a 20.
I probably did the one that's farther out. Like I shot the one and then I hit the next one.
So this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one has 6.
Yeah, he's a D4 now.
If you put it on the paper, it'll be seen on the
It's almost visible.
I mean, it's sort of in,
They're not going to stand still, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Are we at the purple stone there?
You're on
We're out over
out
here.
here. Well, he's
I've gone to the
about over there. And the woods, I mean, the wood line is about here. So we'll say like this far is up to shade.
Okay.
And
Did
everyone,
you actually get somebody commenting about your
friend Jinx.
And we'll say about 10 feet past this is sunlight.
We're coming from what direction? Which way is?
Yeah, you're coming right at it.
So I just hit the green
Yep.
header.
Yep. Which is why
Left side.
he'll now be a D4. This is not going to hold up, but anyway,
And
yeah.
That's all I did. Say I used 11 to get that. Mr. T!
You did it to yourself. It is really good though.
Wait, didn't we skip Norlynn?
No, I
No, she
shot but did not kill the second one.
Oh,
and then
then
I missed,
Corbin.
And I completely
Oh
missed.
yeah, you both. Yep. Okay. All right. And that brings us to yeah, as he said, Mr. T.
Mr. T is
Oh, I'm sorry. We did skip Kahlid. We'll do him after you though.
silently like a cat, like hauling butt right in towards this red one over here, and then he brings the hammer down, like trying to squish Skull, right? So that's probably a hit. 21 versus AC.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
And 6 damage.
All right. So that one's still on his feet.
And I smash him once, and I I roar at them all of them. That's my job. I roared at you too, because you're right in the middle of them.
I hope you know it's still me.
Can I roll? Can I
Got
intimidate
a
her?
rapier.
Roll it.
I'm so intimidated.
You're trying to. So
There's not an action to intimidate.
yeah, it'd definitely be an
Alright,
action.
Alright, Kahlid.
So Kahlid is going to. He's got a scimitar and shield out at the moment, and he rushes forward to take position next to Jimbo.
That's a great question. I think they're action.
And D6. So his first swing is almost certainly not going to hit.
Because otherwise it would show.
Nope, that's not going to do it. He gets a 9. That's not going to cut through. But he gets a second swing as well.
These are all
Nope. Misses with both the swings. He's useless. So now we have 10 gibberlings, I believe. Still up? Yeah, 10 gibberlings.
No?
1, right?
Yeah, she killed 1. There were 11.
All right.
3 have been damaged.
Yes.
Terrible first.
But we'll only need a second half. Or second hit.
That's
but
not much of a surprise
Who's up?
round. We need to do better.
Gibberlings.
The gibberlings we're about to get.
So 2 gibberlings are going to charge at Tierno.
I'm their friend.
Oh yeah, they're running right past you.
I made friends with them.
I need my D4s. Well, this isn't gonna matter at this point anyway.
That's my best one yet.
I'm gonna be the-
Crit miss.
What is it?
Nice.
Nat 1.
It's coffee and
Second one is going to hit for 4 damage.
sort of trying
Going to hit?
Yes. It rolled. Okay, I'm sorry. It rolled a 19, so I'm gonna take a guess that a 23 is gonna hit.
Does hit.
All right. But you're right. I should have asked.
No, you're fine.
today?
All right.
Trying to get an idea where the rolls are happening.
Yep.
For 4 damage?
Yep.
All right.
And then, so that leaves us with.
the cafe blonde.
Where'd my D10 go? I was using a D10 as a counter. So we still have 8 to go that have not gone yet. 4 of them are going to, no, 6 of them are going to charge at you and Kahlid 3 and 3. So first one on you. Crit miss. So 2 1s
Wow.
already. Second one, roll 7 to hit. I'm betting that's a no.
Nope.
Third one. Are you kidding me? That's going to be a 6 to hit.
The dice are not hot tonight.
No, that black D20 really wants you guys to survive. So then on Kahlid, that's a 10. That's not going to do it. That's a crit.
Uh-oh. We've killed Kahlid.
For almost max damage.
They made it all the way to him? Oh, he ran
He
up.
ran up. He's a fighter. He's got a shield.
How much health does he have left?
He just took 9 damage.
Ooh.
He has quite a bit of health to go. Don't worry about it.
Kahlid!
He brought down the Iron Throne. He's fine.
I was gonna say, he's gotta be higher than a level 1.
So we're just going to have a damage thing over here off to the side for him. That was the third person to...
You are.
I'm the only healer in the group.
Debating sorcerer, but it didn't
glad to
happen.
hear
And
We had one.
And then the last 2 gibberlings go wide, and one after each of you two. And you notice when they hit the light, they kind of flinch and like have to hold one arm up, like to shield their eyes. So first gibberling against Corbin gets a 9 to hit. So I'm guessing that's a miss because I'm pretty sure the base is 10. And the last one gets an 8. So miss and miss.
back to the
That brings us to the top of the order. M, you are now standing beside a large dirt mound. There are gibberlings in almost every single direction, but you currently stand alone.
How far out?
To the melee people, you're looking at 10 feet. To the ranged ones, you're looking at the edge of... Oh, they might not have even been able to get to you guys. Oh well. They missed.
I was gonna say, we're definitely at least 60 feet out, right?
So 10
yeah,
feet.
yeah. So what they should have done is ran 50 feet in your direction.
So the gibberlings are 10 feet out from me, and then these guys are more than 60 feet out from me.
I mean,
Not him, and Kahlid. The ranged people are.
Okay.
Jimbo! Kill the queen!
I was trying to get them back in that damn mound until you guys came and fucked it up.
It would have worked.
It would have worked too.
These things are real dumb.
Then I would have been the ruler of the gibberlings.
I didn't say that would have worked.
I would have gotten there.
God of the Locker. What's the
Um,
black thing? God of Locker 13B.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell.
Oh
Lord
hell,
J.
Lord J, Lord J.
That's great. Lord J.
I'm going to. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave. Wait. I've never been. Sorry, I apologize. This is going to be a little bit weird for me because I haven't played a spellcaster before. I think the last one I played, I didn't have to deal with spell slots though, or it was a little weird. It says spell slot, but then it says 2 up here. What does that mean?
You have 2.
Okay.
You can cast 2
Cast
first
2
level
spells.
spells a day.
Per day. Including
You just cast it in quick cast and then it'll mark it.
Okay, I'll do, okay. I'll cast, Thunder Wave.
Oh, you're going for the big one, huh? The level 1?
Yeah. They are mine, and I will take them out.
So this will catch
We're gonna
the...
get
Yes.
Right.
Is it gonna catch Kahlid?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, because I can't get them with my Thunderclap. It's only 5 feet.
Well, you can move, you know.
Well, that's true. I'll do that instead. I'll move forward towards part of the group, towards one side. I'm assuming I'm surrounded by them, like in a circle.
Not anymore, because
No?
they ran around you and
Okay.
past you.
So what's the formation so I can get
There's
an
3 of them
idea?
by me, which is on closest to this.
Probably
So I
like
could
a
figure
rainbow,
out-
like an arch.
I want to figure out the.
No, there's 6 of them on you and Kahlid total. There's 2 over by Tierno, and then there's 2 that are running towards the archers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna...
Not on the white background though.
Take the white paper
Yeah,
off.
take the white paper out.
Yeah?
White paper
You
doesn't
can't
turn out.
see the.
I thought the dark dice on the white would work.
You can't see it on the white at all.
Okay.
Here, use
Well,
this.
it's blown out so much.
Perfect. I really wanted to avoid getting this far into the weeds.
Till they're extinct in a few rounds.
Claim your right.
Yup.
Yep. So, there's the center mound. We got a couple over there.
And this is me. Oh, well, there goes my hand.
Couple there.
Glued that
Oh,
off.
most of them there. And then a couple there running that way.
And where am I?
You're there.
Alright. And where are these 2?
Which 2? He is there. He is there with Kahlid.
No, you can put me out there if you want.
And,
You.
Under the paper.
so I'll walk forward to that first group right there
All right.
to get within 5 feet of them. I guess, yeah, as close to them as I can get.
Oh yeah, you easily got
Yeah, I'll just walk up to
the.
them.
We're only talking like 10 feet or so. It's,
And I'll do Thunderclap, which is an cantrip.
Yep.
And so
So it's every enemy within range 5 of it.
you create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range 5 feet other than you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage.
Okay, so you can catch. We'll
I
say.
don't have to roll for that.
No, I roll.
Okay.
I'll say you can catch 3 of them in it.
And
Just
me?
3?
And him?
No, this is
No.
Thunderclap, not Thunder
Oh,
Wave.
okay. Very good. Good.
Yeah, because they're gonna. It's only 5 feet. That's pretty.
Well, that's why I wanted to walk up as
Yeah.
close as I can get.
But like they're not like this.
Okay.
They're gonna be
Okay.
kind of like that, attacking
Okay.
those 2.
Okay.
Uh,
Hit 3 of them.
yeah. I mean, you're hitting 3 with a cantrip. I thought that was pretty reasonable for 5 feet.
Sure.
Anyway, so we have.
See one of my spell slots for my healing word in case.
I'm having a hard time remembering which. Tierno hit one, right?
We've hit.
Yes.
One's
So he-
dead,
so-
3 are hit.
So one of the damaged ones is over by you. That's not gonna be them.
And 2 is at, I would say that 2 were at with them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So Gibberling 3 rolls, and this is a DC of what? 12?
13, she said? What's your spell DC?
13?
Yeah, the first one fails hard. Fails real hard. Rolled a 2. Second one passes, and the third one passes as well, barely.
You lied about those dice.
No, this is the die that rolls 1s and 19s. It rolled the 19.
I wrote that.
So Gibberling 3 gets blasted with the thunder wave and takes how much damage?
1d6.
Roll it up. You should still get to roll something.
So you said there's 3 on Kahlid.
You only get
One.
Oh, geez. So is it, now we find out if it's 7 damage or 8 damage.
No, because that one had taken 2.
Oh, never mind. So he's at
Wow. I rolled a 1.
Yep.
That was pathetic. That's pathetic.
All right. Second up is...
It's because I'm not in my
Yeah.
natural form.
So you've got 2 that are running towards the 2 of you.
And then it's one of the west, right?
That's what I figured.
10 AC?
Nope.
Okay. Bummer.
And Corbin.
Multi-pass.
Alright,
what I
so
think about
I
it.
am now going to. Oh, I didn't even think about it. That
You do.
Corbin bonus.
I should have done that.
Multi-pass.
Alright, I'm gonna go re-aim now at the one that's moving closer to me.
Yep, yep.
It's got a new dice box too. That's BA.
What?
I like your dice box. Cool box.
I just bought them for our dating anniversary.
Oh,
I know.
Wait, you still keep track of the dating anniversary?
What is that?
You're married,
Yes.
though.
okay, 13.
13 to AC. That'll do.
It's 10 years now.
And then it's
Only
10,
6.
10 damage.
10 damage? That guy
We've
dead.
been together.
Alright.
That guy's so dead. So
So,
Pin cushion.
Gibberling 11 goes down.
Woo!
I am just checking. I've got 2 on Kahlid, 2 on Tierno.
No, it's 3 on Kahlid, 3 on Jimbo, 2 on Tierno.
Okay, so Tierno has hit 1,
Yes.
Yep.
and Kahlid there has been damage against the 2 near Kahlid, or is one of the
Yes, 2 of the ones near Kahlid are damaged. 1 real bad, 1 not so much.
So number 10.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. Yep. See, this is smart. We should have done that to begin with. Much smarter than my dice shenanigans.
Is it me now?
Actually, it is Kahlid. We're not going to skip him this
I
time.
was surprised either, so maybe just gibber jams.
So Khalid's going to take a swing, and I realize I shouldn't be rolling into the laptop. Misses. And then the second swing. That's going to be a hit. So I'm pretty sure. You need to look at his stats to confirm. Oh, yeah. And then that's 2 plus 3, 5 damage on one of his gibberlings.
one that has been damaged before, or a new one?
Yeah, let's say the most damaged one. I should have looked beforehand, but I was just working left to right from that.
So
Gibberling 2 goes down.
So is it 10, or is our 10 initiative higher than the gibbers?
Yes, they're 9.
Alright. I'm going for the one I barely grazed last time. I definitely hit. 16 plus 5. 21?
Yep, that'll do.
8 damage.
Dead.
Yep, he did. So Gibberling 3's down.
And then offhand.
So it's 3 near Kahlid or Jimbo?
It was Jimbo.
They're together.
Another one.
But they're standing next to each other. It's not that big a deal.
Offhand swing at the one. Another one that's nearby. For 15
That'll hit.
and 2 damage.
And that will kill Gibberling 4. I assumed you'd want to go after the wounded one.
Back to the dirt.
To the dirt with you.
All right, so
Dirt.
with that,
And then I move.
Tierno.
Is there one more still near me?
Oh yeah, there are still 3.
Like in melee range?
Yes.
5 and 9.
Don't move.
That was right.
Oh,
Tierno.
my bad.
I don't think that number 4 could be dead.
That is correct. Okay, is there an undo?
Yeah.
Thank you.
ended it. So one of the ones with Jimbo is 2.
Yep. I botched that. That's
Oh,
on
no.
me.
That took it up to.
Yeah,
My
two
second
damage.
hit was
His second hit was just 2.
But it was just okay.
Yeah.
Yep, we're good.
Alright. So just for clarity, I'm like off to the side over here. Right?
Yep. You got 2 guys over by
A
you.
long way away from
From something that looks closer like that now.
Alright, so I just swung down on the first time, and this time I'm gonna like swing up into his face this time.
Catch him on the
Catch
backswing.
him on the backswing. So let me actually get the die in the trigger. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 21 versus AC.
Oh yeah.
And 10 damage.
Oh yeah.
He
goes-
right up into the air.
He goes flying and lands halfway between the 2 groups at this point.
So you're hitting the one that you'd already.
Yes.
Yes.
I lift him up in the air and I point the shield at the other. Like, you're next.
And it replies by going.
And dropping out. And dropping some.
These things are not smart enough to understand that they should be scared.
Alright, so that was Tierno. Is Jimbo gone?
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright,
So now the gibberlings are going to go. So it's going to attack you with totally reckless abandon. So it's going to have advantage, but everything against it will also have advantage.
So it gives up advantage, but it also.
Yep. How's 8 versus AC looking? Okay.
Wow.
Your target's 19.
8. So,
That's pretty buff over there. I'm sorry, Tierno's pretty buff though.
He's a
Damn.
stone.
6'6" 330.
All stone.
So then we've got 4 gibberlings. They're just gonna like regroup again, so that 2 are hitting Jimbo, 2 are hitting Kahlid, and they're also all going to just be totally reckless about this.
He said one's gonna move.
Reckless man.
Yep.
I have like a little bit of like a, what do you call that?
16 versus AC.
I was going off 3 of
Him?
Yeah. Jimbo.
Him, it ties.
them. You hit.
Yep. So it latches onto your leg, and you are now grappled with this gibberling. You also get attacked by 2 gibberlings next to you as a reaction. Now, they do not get advantage on this, though.
I think it likes you.
10 versus AC? Oh, actually, they do get advantage, but I've already rolled it, so that one's passed. This one's going to be a 19. Yep, so 4 damage.
It's like humping your leg.
Yep. And
It's like mini me.
so it goes in on your leg, and you are alarmed by this for obvious reason. And as you jerk around, a second one gets in a knife in your other leg from behind.
Wants to eat you.
I don't know.
So then you're going to get one more gibberling stab at you from the one that missed the first time. Ooh, that's a crit. Oh. 8 damage.
And he's dead.
Oh shit. I'm on the ground.
And that was the sound of Jimbo hitting the dirt.
It's a water
It's
hammer.
my sub pop.
Oh, it's the sun.
And then the rest of the gibberlings going after Kahlid. That's going to be a hit, so he is grabbed now. And one guy has a reaction left, so he'll use it to attack Kahlid. For another 8 damage. No, 6 damage. Could someone get Khalid's health for me? While the last guy tries to stab at him.
You got it, Roger?
I don't know where we're tracking.
That's a miss.
Our
I got it. You took 9 previously, so...
Yep. And the last remaining gibberling is going to make it to Norlynn at this point.
Who's been rolling? Oh, you go.
And he also attacks you with reckless abandon, but seems to be struggling in the light. 9 plus
what I did wrong.
13?
He's had 2 ones.
Yeah, it's a tie.
5 damage. Hey, it's not a level 1 fight if someone doesn't go down, right?
That's right.
Alright.
Well, level 1's lethal.
So now we're back up to him.
Okay.
You gotta
Oh, you
heal
guess you
somebody.
did. Yeah, Roger.
Yeah.
What do I have?
You missed.
I mean, I missed.
She's thinking
Missed a
about giving
couple.
somebody stuff.
You missed a couple attacks, I think, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought someone just said I needed to heal him.
Well, yeah, you do.
You do.
I'm taking damage.
No.
No, you need to heal Jason.
Oh.
Jimbo.
Jimbo is down.
Jimbo's in the dirt.
And he's got gibberlings like eating him.
That's what he gets.
One was on its leg.
I'm adopting the gibberling persona.
One was on his leg. It is now moved up so that's like straddling right behind his hips.
Oh boy.
Bless you, Clark.
I think I need to kill the ones on top of him before I do anything else.
I'll make sure to shoot for the ass again.
You've got gibberling on you.
I know.
Get up and break the grapple too. So,
Yeah, at this point, there's basically 4 gibberlings on top of Kahlid.
Oh, yeah. I should do that. I don't know if I can... I don't know if they're smart enough, though, for that. They're dumb as rocks.
And everyone has advantage on all attacks against them this round, because they're all just going crazy.
That would take a whole action, though. Okay, I'm gonna... I'd like to run up to... How far away is he from me at this point? How far?
About 10 feet.
Okay. I'd like to run up to him and then kind of try to claim, like...
Actually, a little bit closer, because you even moved up last time.
Okay. I'd like to run up to him and try to get them off of him and kind of try to claim him as, like, my meal. Mine.
Okay. Okay.
So...
I mean, they're not too focused on, but yeah, you're good.
Oh, that was not good.
It's alright, what'd you roll?
A
Can you
10.
inspire yourself?
Plus something.
That was it.
Oh,
That was it.
10 aftermods, okay.
So I run up, and I go, and I like point at him, and I like kind of go like this, and I go.
And the one that's climbed on top of his back just goes.
Oh,
Right? They're the best!
And wait, hold on.
It's a whole encounter of just.
And as a bonus action, I'd like to cast Bardic Inspiration and give Jason, or give What's your name again?
Jimbo.
Jimbo.
That's right, Jimbo Spice. A D6.
How?
Can I get them?
I'm not conscious.
What's the ability say? I mean, it's magic.
Oh,
I'm not
you can't
inspired.
hear me. He can't hear me, can he? Even though he's unconscious.
Unconscious, I don't think.
I don't think you get inspired.
Unaware of its surroundings.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Never mind.
Alright. Is it my turn then?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna drop the longbow and in the same hand pick up one of my daggers. So I've got
horrible turn.
two daggers going. And first attack is 19 against the one on me.
Yep, that'll hit.
And that's for 5 damage.
Alright, he's messed up, but he's still there.
And then I'm gonna do the offhand attack.
Okay.
A lot of attacks in one round.
And that's gonna miss. Damn it.
With advantage?
Oh, 10?
No. You gotta
Oh wait,
roll.
did I get an advantage?
Oh, I have to roll
against-
it twice,
against
that's
your
right.
bullet? I didn't do that.
Nope.
It,
Oh, it's worse.
it wasn't an attack.
Oh.
If you just stabbed him, yeah, you would have gotten advantage.
Oh, that's so much better.
Alright.
3 is 5. Okay. Well,
You
that's
hit him
Corbin.
for 5, leaving 3.
okay.
Yep, Corbin.
Alright, I am going to take aim at
Where'd the rest of the gibberlings go?
their. So I fixed it where. So it's now one column per the gibberlings on a character.
Oh, okay, I got
And
you.
then because I was trying to figure out how
Yep.
it worked, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on Kahlid, there's 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
And then the same on Jimbo. So I'm gonna go after the second one on Jimbo,
Yep.
who's damaged. He's gonna knock, draw 10, 15.
Yep.
Hits for 5 damage.
He's dead.
So that's 7. So they
Oh, so it is
actually
7
only have
damage.
7.
Woohoo!
Aren't you guys so much happier having learned that knowledge yourself?
Sure.
Not that we would know that we did 3 points of some damage in the world.
Alright, Khalid's gonna take a swing at the one on his leg. He'll hit for. Of course, he rolled a 1. What's his? +3, I think. Yep, 4 damage on the gibberling on his leg, and then his second swing. Is. Oh, what? Barely a hit, and he'll finish off that gibberling.
Nice.
Which one are you talking?
The one.
Kahlid?
Yes, healthy one on Khalid.
That's how much damage against him?
Dead. Took 2 swings, but he got him. And then we go to Jimbo's death save.
Nope.
Tierno, you still have one on you?
Failed one. Yeah, I have one with me. I think I get advantage.
Yes, you do.
One on Jimbo, one on him, and one on you that's taking damage.
And how many are left on Khalid?
Done.
Oh,
Me?
yeah.
Yeah, so, pointing at that guy and now smashing him, so that guy's hammer. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 22
Yeah, that'll hit.
versus AC and 8 damage.
Crumples.
To the ground, and I charge to wherever
Nice.
Jimbo is.
All right.
I mean,
We're
I
just
get
all
like
crowding around him.
right in. I'm in a blocking maneuver.
Okay.
If there's anything else that looks like feeding or frenzying, I'm putting myself between Jimbo and that.
Well, there's just like
Not the ones that are on him, obviously, but like.
that's the only one left.
Well,
There's one approaching her and one on him.
No, there's one on her that she stabbed in the face.
I ain't worried about that. I go right to Jimbo.
All right. So that gibberling is going to turn and attack you. But Kahlid is going to get his shield in the way to try and defend against the blow. So it's going to do its advantage thing, but he's also giving it disadvantage, so it cancels out. But yeah, that shield block's good and solid, and it's going to go clean away from you. Not even close. That brings us to the last gibberling on Norlynn, who will continue his rampage. Ooh, that could hit. I think that hits 17.
That'll hit.
Yeah, 6 damage.
Oh, I'm not dead.
Oh wow, that was max damage too.
Barely.
Hey, still counts. They've all gone. So top of the order, M.
Are you going to actually kill something this time?
Ouch!
Or do you want to heal Jimbo so that if he gets the crit fail on the death save, he doesn't die?
I'm gonna heal him.
So angry about it.
I'm not angry about it.
Lame ass fighters falling down and shit.
I'm gonna cast healing word. Oh, did I even need to roll for that?
Yes, you roll a D4.
Oh, it's not a D4. Sorry. You
3.
6.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah. He will heal 6. I heal with my gibberling.
With your gibberling powers.
Because right now I'm a gibberling, so I have to like. And then and then do we have any gibberlings left?
Yes, there's 2 gibberlings left. One right next to you, actually.
One on Jimbo, one on Norlynn.
Yep.
And is he now conscious at this point?
Yes.
I will cast Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action. And give Jimbo a 1d6. And you can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay. Sweet. How do you inspire me? I guess you go.
I'm gonna do this, ready?
This is great. If anyone from her stream is watching, can you clip that for me? I'd really appreciate that.
That's going to become Nikki's ringtone.
Oh god,
An
watch.
email comes in.
Watch Fluid turn that into the ringtone for. Oh god, never mind. No. I'm
Oh,
not
I
doing
hope
this.
so.
I'm not
I
doing
hope
this.
so. Okay. So, M has gone. Norlynn.
So I would like to try and incapacitate
I could just roll.
the one on me.
Okay.
Okay.
Since
I think I can mark
it
inspiration.
is. So is that just a regular attack roll?
Yeah, yeah.
That's right, you want to keep on.
I do want to keep one. I want to question one. Ooh, 19.
That'll hit.
So do I manage? Let's see.
Yeah, but I'm gonna enjoy this, so I'm gonna let it happen.
So I've got rope. So since I like grappled it, can I like tie it up and like have it like a peg with like its feet together and stuff?
After he's incapacitated, yeah.
Okay.
I figured for this, you just like hit him with the butt of the dagger and knock him out.
Oh, I could do that.
I mean,
Okay.
I hope that you don't do too
damage.
God, something close.
Well, no, she needs to do the damage. It just won't be lethal. You can generally do non-lethal damage.
2?
That was the number you needed, so there you go.
Nice.
Oh, your dex mod's bigger than that.
Yeah, I mean, it was +4, but...
Yeah, you're good. You're good. He's in the dirt. Yeah.
Shave him a little bit.
There's plenty to shave.
While he's down, I go ahead and hog tie a little
Alright.
fella.
So Corbin has knocked another one, and he is aiming at the one last on Jimbo.
Nope.
10.
Nope. Advantage.
Oh. Roll again. Nope.
There. Sorry, I'm doing. I'm trying to help.
I know.
Okay.
So I have missed.
Tierno and Jimbo.
Kahlid?
Oh yeah, Kahlid. Kahlid the useless is. No, oh no, that is a hit.
Oh.
All right, 19 is definitely going to hit. So that's going to be another 2 plus what did I say last time? 3, so 5 damage.
Yeah.
Not yet. But Jimbo's turn.
Right.
He could die.
He's got 2 left.
Stand up.
All right. You brush yourself off a little bit.
He's inspired by my gibberish.
Inspired, I need inspiration. I got a 19 to hit.
That'll do. That'll do.
Or, yeah. And 16.
So you stand up. The gibberling has turned to face Tierno. So you stand up. It's got its back right to you. You run it through.
Little turn.
Right in the neck, out the front, spin it.
Oh.
And with a spurt
Springs out
of
the front. Like,
with a spurt of blood, it tries to speak one last time, and you hear.
I think that was leaking.
And with that, after those words of wisdom, a silence falls over the battlefield.
Can I smash the dead gibberling head in front of me, please? I mean squish. I would like to squish it.
Yeah, go for it. Roll for it.
12.
Yeah, that hits the AC. So yeah, you definitely get hit on that.
I want to squish its tail, so. Another 6 damage.
All right.
Hammer down.
So you have a large mound in front of you. You have a tied up
I
gibberling
grab
behind you.
Gibberling and come meet up with the rest of you. Since I'm still arrow distance away.
Can I propose how to break?
Sure.
You may.
I propose.
So,
All right.
So be it.
Seconded.
I get you.
So we'll be back in
We'll be back to wrap
10.
this up.
9 o'clock, 9 p.m.? That's 10 minutes.
Yep.
9.
Sure.
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
As fast as you can.
Eastern.
10 minutes. 9 o'clock Eastern.
I'm gonna use that as my.
All right, we're back.
You're back.
So we just wrapped up our encounter with the Gibberlings, tracking the trail of Jahira's captors.
Yep.
And so you guys are standing in front of a large mound of dirt that has been poked once with a rapier. And accurate, I believe.
Yeah.
And we have one tied up Gibberling that is not yet conscious again. What would you like to do?
I'd like to look around and see if there's any more Gibberlings coming out of the mounds.
Nope, all quiet.
All quiet.
I want to know what the mound is.
All right, so you're going to go investigate. What, you start digging at it?
Sure. Poking at it.
I mean, it's a mound of dirt, so. All right.
Nope. It's dirt.
Uh,
Maybe a couple rocks here and there.
Well,
Some grass.
or are you actually like digging at it? Or are you just like looking at it?
I kind of just took my longbow and like just kind of scratched at it.
So you just poked at it
I
again?
poked at it again.
Okay. Nothing. It might be something in there, but it's just a mound of dirt.
Hey, Tierno, give that mound a whack with the hammer.
Can I?
Squish it.
I mean, being that I know dirt and stone and
Yeah.
earth,
Do you want to mine
can
one
I
with it?
can I dig in it the way they were? Do I have the ability to do that?
I mean, you might not be quite as proficient at it, but yeah, you can just start.
The big one.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
start digging into it.
Yep. All right. So
Yeah, and as I'm doing it, I'm looking for like tunnels or something.
I'd like to assist if possible.
sure.
Still a
Because I'm
Still, right?
still in my. I have not shoot. Yeah, I have
Sure.
not
So
shifted back.
the two of you start.
Do I have
uh,
to roll for that? Do we have to roll for this?
I mean, you're not in combat.
Okay.
Time isn't critical.
Okay.
I'm gonna have
There's no
knocked
cost
an
of
arrow.
failure.
An arrow is knocked, but not drawn.
Okay.
Like I'm prepared in case something starts coming, but
Okay.
Because I'm in the form, so I have the claws and such.
So you start digging at it, and then you find a shirt, and then you realize this shirt is attached to a body, and you shortly after excavate the body of a dead human merchant that was part of the
So Kahlid would recognize the person?
yeah, it was most likely from the camp that was destroyed.
Has it been snacked upon?
It has, but you notice that it not in the same way the others were. It's almost as if something was gnawing its way out from the inside.
Aliens. Not that you can see that when I do that on the TV screen.
Yeah, the universal symbol for chest burster.
Uh-huh.
I pull it out and drop it on the ground outside the mound and say, this one was only tasty on the inside. I go back to digging.
inspiration is Drax, I presume.
I
No.
don't really have one.
Is there a way to see if, like, it was a natural thing that came out of the chest? Like, can we investigate the body not too closely?
As opposed to unnatural.
Yeah, like alien
Unnatural
versus
chest bursters?
monster versus animal, mineral.
Roll nature.
Nope.
9.
You are unaware of any natural
Okay.
creatures that would eat someone out from the inside like this. Because we're not talking like maggot-ridden. We're talking very similar to chest burster.
Okay.
Big chunks. Like something forced its way out of his rib cage.
I say we burn it.
The mound.
The person. Is there any more in the mound?
I don't know. I'll go back to digging.
So you're digging for
Yeah.
a bit longer.
You continue to keep digging.
Yeah. How long you want to dig for?
I'm taking a short rest if we're.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at.
Let's do it for like 40 to 60 minutes.
It's how very specific of you.
Do it for almost an hour. And I will spend
I'll dig and check each of the mounds, and long enough to check each of the mounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
we can split them up between the two of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So you spend, there's 12 of them, spend 5 to 10 minutes poking around in each one, and you're fairly confident it looks like they just dug in there to, like, sleep.
Burrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So there's no tunnels. There's no caves.
No, it's, nope. Shallow mounds of dirt.
Disturbed earth that connects them or anything.
Nope. And, yeah, if you
Well,
guys
now we
want
know
to-
what a camp looks like for these guys, so we can avoid that in the future.
So if you would like to,
Poking them.
yes, take a short rest and.
Short rest? Yeah, I'll let short rest.
While we're resting,
Mhm.
I'm going to wander around and collect arrows that I've fired.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure. Same
I was
thing.
getting along with them just fine before, before she decided to mess with them.
If you're getting along with it so well, see if you can't get him to lead us to the woman.
What, are you back in?
No, I have not. I will make it very clear when I change back.
So what does your voice sound like while you're shapeshifted in this form?
It doesn't make it.
As long as they have voice box, would you be able to speak?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted a description.
Oh.
So can I go?
It's my voice.
Oh, that's not fun.
Unless I am speaking gibberish.
Can I recover max?
And then I will
points, or
speak
how does this
gibberish.
No,
Hit dice.
you may spend a hit die to roll it and recover that much health plus constitution bonus.
D10 plus con.
Mine was a D10 plus 2.
There's an option for recover maximum hit points. Is that only you say that?
That's
Yes.
recover. That's recover if you have 10.
Got it.
If you get special DM permission or a long rest.
So, since I didn't take any damage,
It's not recover max. It's reset maximum. If you've had temporary.
is there any reason to, outside of hit points, to take the rest and recover? I mean, I'm not going to use the hit die because I have nothing to
Some
do.
people have other things that.
Yeah, you can recover certain abilities on a short
So that would
rest.
be
It's-
not check off the hit die, just say take a short
Just
rest.
do a
Yeah.
short rest.
Yep.
I think we should chain this one up, put little blinders on him, have her talk to it, and see if it leads us anywhere.
I don't
Say
think
we
you
kill it.
understand how this works. I can't understand its language.
But you speak it pretty well.
Does she? How do you know?
Seemed like they were having a whole conversation out there in the middle of the piles.
Fine. It's dead.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Wow. So
She's quite the firecracker, isn't she?
and at this point, Kahlid interjects and says, "Well, could we please just go back to trying to find my wife?"
Yeah, sure.
We really shouldn't be caught out in the open when it becomes dark.
Is it getting dusk yet, or?
That was only like 45-second battle.
Plus a couple
Most.
hours to dig.
Well, an hour, I
plus an
guess.
hour. So at this point, you're probably looking around 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, about 5 o'clock.
So where did
Because there's some walking involved. So
Sun's still up. We should be fine for hours.
Right through
Maybe
these
days, I
woods
don't know.
here.
Shall we go?
We're on a trail of some sort. I think we're still on the path.
as I smack my knee against the table. Yes. So you can certainly continue along into the trail leads into the Cloakwood.
Should I? Do I need to make another
Are we making our
survival
way
check
into the
to
Cloakwood now?
reestablish the?
Yes,
Okay.
you would be. To go further, you are crossing into the actual forest itself.
All right.
Well,
so
do
when
we want to go back to the tavern and try again first thing in the morning, or do we want to push on now?
I say we push on.
We're here.
I really believe we should continue on.
Push on?
If we go back, I'm not coming back out here.
So, yeah.
Lead the way.
Someone go ahead and make another check. See what happens.
Well, he's got forest.
19.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a good survival too, don't you? You have
And,
+4.
He'll also get advantage because
He gets
he's
advantage
within
with the
his forest.
Which I was
Maybe I switched it to with them both.
So I need to roll a second dice after the deal of advantage.
Yep.
So 12.
plus.
What are we talking? Nature.
Yep.
Survival, right?
Survival.
Well,
I'd allow either for him.
All right. So
I think mine's
14.
Yep. Still the 19 higher. So you'd say, yeah. So about 2 miles further in, you find the nest. So sprawled before you are literal hundreds of dirt mounds. Most of them small and similar to what you found previously. There are 4 larger mounds scattered throughout these hundreds.
So we know she's one of the big ones.
Oh, is that where we found the body?
Yep.
Mhm. We gotta make it
Hope
quick.
she's
Now,
not
but-
tasty on the inside.
If she's not dead according to his ring, may not be dead.
Why down, Kahlid?
Sorry.
How deep were these holes that you?
Oh, they were just a few feet deep. No big deal.
But
Now-
too deep for
We used
us
to play like that when we were kids, you know, just dig under the dirt, lay there.
So I noticed.
Yeah, it's like you could, like, just.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out if it was something that the 2 archers could start like firing arrows in and maybe kill them before But if it's deeper than that, we're not talking like just barely
Oh,
covering.
yeah,
They're
that sounds
actually-
like a great idea.
Where is
There's more
Start
than
shooting the mounds.
200.
where are the 4
I'm
mounds
ready.
in relationship to the rest of them? Are
I
they
mean,
centralized or are they?
roughly? Like, it's not like there's 4 in the middle and then all of them are in a tight perimeter around it. It's more like they placed them down and then just kind of scattered in the general area.
So they're close, but not necessarily. Can we make a ring around it and exclude some of the smaller mounds if we made a ring around the big ones?
So, the big ones are something like that, say. Then the big ones are just take 2 handfuls of dice and dump it.
Okay.
And whatever that scattering looks like is what this looks like.
So I noticed in our fight that the gibberlings are afraid or impacted by light.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
a real shame you're in the middle of the forest. Thick, dark forest.
So what if we came up with a way to create a fire circle around those mounds and worked only on the ones in the circle while we tried to excavate the mound?
How do you plan to get to the center of that?
As long as we don't touch the mounds, nobody woke up.
Well, for her.
She touched it.
Well, we were still.
No, we were stealthy. It wasn't until she poked the mound that they woke up.
And I had it under control until you decided to kill one of them.
Would you like to try it with the
Why don't you
100?
just let her go in?
Yeah.
And and just find the body. I'm sorry, your wife.
Yeah, that whole merge with stone thing, I can't do that today. We could try again tomorrow.
I really don't believe that
Pass
we should
without
wait.
traces.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with this guy. I think you should let me give it a try and go digging for it.
Alright, so let's roll stealth around the perimeter.
I stay away, but
Does your ring
We're gonna light fires.
no.
change? Does the
We have a
field or
backup plan.
does it change? How do you know what
have
is
a way
the
of,
example? Is it something you feel? Is it something you see?
It's a feeling.
Okay, so giving her your ring
I got it.
isn't going to say, yeah, she gets closer to a particular hole, isn't gonna like identify this is the right one.
Do these guys like
The ring is attuned to me. It wouldn't
Right.
just work on that.
But that's why I was asking if it was.
So why don't we
No,
create
like show. You know, like the gladiators do. We do this all the time. So look, like we go over there and you go running around and you wake them all up like, hey, I got a big show, and then you come over and you and me, we have a big fight, and you defeat me, you know, just like for show.
And then I
I'll
pretend to
act.
eat you.
Yeah, you pretend to eat me, ha ha ha, everybody's laughing and carrying on like they do in the Coliseum, and then they go and dig out the lady,
no.
and then we run like hell.
Why don't we create a perimeter while she's digging, and we can have the ability to set something large on fire
All right,
if we need to, if it goes bad.
all right.
Because we each have torches, right? That's usually what we carry in our packs.
Probably.
I don't have that on me right now.
I got.
Well, you're gonna be in the middle anyway.
He has my pack.
I mean,
But I have the ability. I have a trick up my sleeve.
Alright, so let's do it.
and
Let's,
if all that goes to shit, ha ha, we have a big show.
Yep, sure. Stealthy.
So we're gonna roll stealth on this?
I'm just standing wherever we're at. I'm standing.
18.
As we're doing this.
So you got 18.
I picked the Nork side. 19.
I think we should stay together. I
18.
don't think there's any reason for us to split up.
What did everybody get?
You really want to know?
Yeah, kind of need to.
19.
Hey, I got you.
We have to pass
5.
Pass without a trace?
5.
You can only do it one day.
Tierno, Jimbo.
Wait, do I have anything that can boost that?
8 for Tierno.
I'm 19.
I kind of I'm wandering off.
I'm sorry. I have good.
I'm going to the
Not
right.
stealthy at all.
Nice.
One.
You don't need to be stealthy, you look like them.
I'm
I
going
know,
to the
but
right
I'm gonna
again,
I'm gonna make a lot of
and I'm
noise
putting
while I'm
on
doing
my
it.
costume as the god of Helm. All right, and I'm like suiting up, big huge armor. And I'm charged by Lord Ao with guarding the Celestial Gateway. I am the incarnate of God of Helm now.
Well,
Well,
that's what the costume
yeah,
is.
well, that's
Yeah.
that's my show persona.
Right. I just wanted to clarify for. I knew what you meant.
Yeah, sorry.
Just wanted to clarify for everyone else. You did not literally become a god.
But you can't tell the difference. Like, you know, it's just like.
While she figures out what she's going to do, I'm going to gather some dry leaves while I'm being stealthy
Well,
into a circle
I-
so I can set things on fire.
I noisily make my way over to the first large mound.
You're trying to be stealthy,
Yeah.
but you're just not.
I'm just not, and
Yeah.
so I kind of like make my way over and I start digging into the first big mound. And what do I find?
You find that. One moment.
This is the part where we all.
5 gibberlings awaken from the mounds closest to you. While well, when you start digging. And they look around, confused, a little disheveled. One of them goes, and another one goes, I assume you guys are like,
We're
We're
hitting.
not near
yeah,
this.
yeah.
We're off to the side.
yep.
I'm
Okay.
I'm
and
prepping some arrows with
Oh.
like cloth strips tied to them, and I'm going to be. I mean, we're in a woods, right? So I presume the grounds are covered with dried leaves, twigs, branches, that sort of thing. So I've got a torch ready to light, and then I'm gonna make some arrows so I can try and get fires near
Yeah.
the big mounds.
So if all these preparations, we're looking at, what, say 6:30-ish maybe by now?
Yes.
so
So the sun's getting low, but it's not down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better.
I just say back in response to them.
And they, like, half of them, so 3 of them, start burrowing to go back to sleep, and the other 2 just sort of stay up for a little bit looking around.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I continue to look around to see if I find anything else. I continue searching around the mound to see.
Oh, you're looking for signs of who might be in it?
Yeah, that's the whole point of why I'm in the mound.
Yeah, it's...
Empty?
They're totally covered. Are you digging
She's
into
digging.
the
Yeah, I'm
mound?
digging into. Yeah, that was the
so
whole
you're not
point.
looking for like a hand sticking out of the mud or something like that.
So
No.
you stopped to yell at them, and then
Yeah.
you went back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I mean, I'm literally doing what we were doing earlier. We're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
digging
yeah.
around trying to.
I just didn't know if you were going to modify the plan because you got stopped.
No.
Okay. So... So I got good news and some bad news. The good news is you did dig up the person who was in it. Bad news is it's not Jahira. It's another merchant. He is alive, but now those 2 gibberlings are awful mad. And they start running towards you and waving their arms and start trying to recover up this merchant,
So nothing
Okay.
has.
Move
who
on.
is very distraught at this point.
Move on.
Okay. So I just go. And I leave.
You Zoidberg it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next mound.
Shuffle off
Yep.
to the next
And
one.
so yeah, I can continue on.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Next mound. Mound number 2.
Okay. So,
I dig
all right.
with my claws,
Uh,
my furry.
roll stealth again. Let's see how you do this time. That's better.
23.
All right. So,
I am super stealthy gibberling this time.
So, actually, with a 23, I'll let you. So, again, you didn't find Jahira. It's another of the merchant caravan. Alive, very disheveled, but looks like everything's quiet at the moment. The 2 that are entombing the other merchant that apparently you're just leaving for dead have not noticed you. You rolled well enough that they haven't picked up on you.
Is he conscious?
Yeah. Like, well, okay. Which merchant? Merchant 1 did come to consciousness just in time for them to start burying him again.
Burying me.
Yes.
Merchant 2.
Merchant 2 is not yet conscious, although you think you could probably bring him around. Judging from what happened with the first guy.
But no new gibberlings have.
No,
Come out.
she rolled like a 23.
Like
Okay.
I used to do with Catherine.
It's
Can
not.
I-
It's not worth sacrificing the plan at this point. Sorry, merchant dude.
Can I? Is there any way to like
Stick it back in?
fire? Can we fire an arrow from in the woods and stay concealed?
Well, I mean, at the
And it's pretty.
they will know
ruthless.
where the arrow came from.
Clearly.
If, like, at least the first shot, you definitely have surprise. You'd probably
What?
be able to move
That's
and
fine.
reconceal yourself if you attempted it.
Chaotic good.
Now, some of that
chaotic
is, dependent upon how well you
Independent.
roll,
She's
but
sad about
you could make an
herself.
attempt.
Ends justify the means.
I was thinking about shooting
Huh?
The ends justify the means.
the
Yep.
travelers.
Wow. What's your alignment?
Good.
Not
No.
anymore.
That is not the actions of a good character.
They're going to be buried alive.
What are we doing?
She's considering mercy killing the merchants.
Oh. She's not even there, though, right?
don't know if you
That's
can
the
tell.
other
That's
thing.
true, I
Yeah,
can't
you're.
Okay,
Pretty
keep
long way
going.
away.
Because we're running out of time.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna.
Ooh, yeah.
Emma's
sorry.
just gonna
That's
move
okay.
on.
Yep.
And dig back out
Yep.
and move on to Mound 3
Yep. So
because it's not worth sacrificing the plan, and she doesn't.
Care about
Yeah.
roll it up.
9.
So with the 9,
Or 8, sorry. Forgot it.
with an 8, 6 gibberlings pop out of the surrounding mounds, and the 2 that previously saw you are aware of the situation. See you as well. Now, I'm assuming you're going to keep on going because that seems to be your modus operandi. So,
Yep. No, I'm gonna go out, and then I'll try and go back in if I can.
so
Without them
before I
seeing me.
tell you the result of whether or not you found her, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go out, go to 4, and then come back to 3. Mound the other mound, and then I'll come back there.
Okay.
Dug up one, and 2 guys popped out. You stealthed and moved over to the second one. Nobody showed up. You dug out another merchant.
I didn't dig out the
5
merchant.
came out of the first one, 3 went back down.
Right, but there were 2 left reburying.
Yep.
Nothing came out when you unburied the second
Yeah.
one. Have you moved on to the?
I'm on the 3rd one, and now 6 have come out, and then 2 recognize me from the first one.
I figure you won't be able to actually stealth anymore. Because you have to have something to actually go behind. I assume it's a sort of.
Fine, I'm gonna try and bluff them.
So you dig up and see if it's her?
Can I bluff them first? To try and get them.
I'm gonna say no,
No? Okay.
because you were digging. That the stealth is for while you're digging.
Okay.
So the dice are really not with you, and it is not her. So you know where she is. It's that 4th mound. But at this point, you've got 8 gibberlings.
Cranky with you.
Yeah, they're not too happy,
Okay.
and they're moving. Well, 2 of them are not happy. 6 of them are confused. But you're
I'm gonna look at them,
okay.
and I'm gonna go. And try and like dig out
Dig out.
Take out what?
dig out like away from them
So
to show them that I'm like
leaving.
leaving and like instinctually telling them, like, I accept that this is your prey, and I'm leaving, and, like, you know, like...
Okay.
That's
so,
like the message I'm trying to send them,
Yeah.
because I actually can't understand their gibberish, so I'm trying to give them the message that, okay, you caught me, I'm leaving this to
Can
you.
I assist?
How?
No, you
I
can't.
stand up and yell, I am the god of Helm!
Nice. Okay. So
Bow before your lord!
And that's where we'll pick up the thing from another.
okay. So
I want all their attention and I want them terrified.
No, why did you do that?
That's where we're
Okay.
at.
Okay.
No.
I need another D4.
Oh, no.
Ready? Set.
You can have some
Alright.
time.
So
You can have some time
To get her out.
to do whatever it is you need to do. Remember, I'm off to the right. Like,
Right.
I have moved away from the party. Okay, alright.
So
Oh, wait, I'm
8
good.
of the 8 mounds closest to you spring to life, and those 8 plus the 6.
There's 16 that are out of their mounds.
Nice. Alright.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, 14.
So
Out of 100. I'm
16.
Doing
6 plus
8
2
plus 6 plus
8.
2.
Oh,
great. Yeah, 84 more to go. Okay.
So no, there were over 200.
Oh, yeah, okay. 184 to go. We're good.
So
Oh my god.
so the 8 closest to you and the 6 others from that just woke up all start running your way.
Oh my god.
Oh, and it looks like more of the mounds are starting to erupt as well.
So,
Oh, what did you do?
so he's well off the side, and we are. Do we?
You see them running at me.
Right, but could we watch what M was doing and see that what she uncovered was the 3 merchants, or are we completely blind to what she has been able to do?
So
I would assume you'd be blind to what I was doing.
That we could see her
Oh.
move from mound to mound, but I don't think we could see what she's
Roll
digging
perception.
up. 19 plus
yeah,
23.
so
24.
yeah, with rolls like that, yeah, you've been able to track what she's been doing. You know she's stopped.
He rolled a 20. I rolled a 19.
She's been stopped twice. That much is clear, and it looks like she stopped at least one other time. So
So we
odds
know
are good.
peripherally she's probably hit 3 of them, but
2
we,
or 3, yeah.
but we don't know the results of that.
Correct.
Just that she moved from one to the next to the next. So at least 2 are not it. 1 might be, because that's where she last stopped before. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I would say from if we're about to go into battle, and it seems so.
I don't think you're going to go into battle. If so, it's not going to be a long one.
That's not entirely clear, is it?
This is true. I was thinking about lighting the fire around the god.
Okay.
I'm like
Looks
nowhere
like-
near you, though.
I know,
Yeah.
right? But he was talking about like doing some fire.
So my thought was to scatter,
Right.
when they
but-
come out, to scatter them away from...
Right, but I'm thinking like C-3PO, right? So here's this person saying, I am the god! So let's like all of a sudden light around him on fire so it looks like he's a god, says the
I'm the
Wizard of
Dread
Oz.
Pirate.
I am the Dread Pirate Roberts.
So if you want to light your fire distraction, by all means, you can go for it.
Alright, what do? Attack the forest?
I mean, I was just going to say you did it.
Okay.
I mean,
That's the I wanna send while he's
Light Mr. T on fire.
pretty much, but like
Well,
around
no,
him,
you're-
not actually on him, but like
but you're not around him, though. He went off to
Yeah,
like 90 degrees.
90 degrees off the
We
center
were
of this.
Yeah.
here.
I
The bison,
wanna
he's
shoot-
a...
You want to shoot an arrow at me.
I wanna shoot like
Yeah.
arrow, like the 3 arrows, because that's what I'm thinking about. Like, so one's in front and 2's on the sides, just to give them a little illumination.
So I'll let you shoot one
Okay.
because you don't have multi-attack yet.
Fine.
So that, roll for that.
16 is the roll, so 20.
Okay, yeah. So you're just trying to put an arrow out there. So
I try to hit near him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you shoot one. I assume you light it, pull it back, shoot, and it lands about where you want it to, and there's a little fire there, but it's not like the forest is especially dry or anything, so it might be relevant, especially if someone helps along, but by itself, it's just a point of light in the dark, kind of.
Fair enough.
So, what are you two doing? We haven't heard anything on you.
That is the look of what in the hell have you done to me? I love that. Because you guys do it to me all the time.
So are you two doing anything, or are you still just watching on standby?
I'm hopefully still hidden. I don't see
We've
anything.
thwarted the DM.
No, you haven't. I already have a plan for
He
this.
was prepared for this.
This is our natural state of being.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm just still holding whatever my 19 stealth.
Okay. So with that, the 2 that were suspicious are gonna stick around, but the 16 others are all charging off towards you. I'm going to assume. Are you gonna try and stand your ground here, or are you gonna take off into the forest? What's your plan?
I want to make sure that I have their attention and they are to me at least.
Okay. So
Like, they're getting towards me before I do anything else. I don't know how the distances are like, so you don't have to.
Okay. So
But yes, my intent is to run.
yes. So
But not before they are away from her.
The 6 closest to her aren't gonna get to you all in one. That's too far. We'll say the other 8, the 8 that were closest to you, you thought ahead far enough to stay just out of where you thought they could make it in one big burst. So say 60 feet or 65 feet back, and they closed 50 of it.
Okay. Yeah, and it's time to go. So can I grab the flaming arrow?
Sure.
And I want to grab the flaming arrow and light my clothes on fire and run straight into the woods in the other direction.
Okay.
You wanted to light whose clothes on fire?
His
Mine,
own.
no, mine,
Oh.
yeah.
So you talking like a cape on fire? Is that what you're looking for? Or are you?
Well,
the
I'm
whole
wearing
thing?
armor, but I figure I got clothes on somewhere, right? So I'm just gonna light them on fire.
Well, I figured you donned the gladiatorial get up, so I'm sure that had some sort of.
Well, that's a costume. It's not like real armor.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, I
so I'm
thought
gonna
they-
light it on fire.
Yeah,
And run into the woods.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So roll. What the heck can we have you roll for this?
Performance.
Oh yeah, I like that.
This is a toast performance, bro.
You
Come
wanted to put on a show.
That's what I'm going for.
Well, I'm thinking about the fire itself, and I think that's more of a survival to avoid lighting yourself up, to avoid damage from lighting yourself on
I don't care
fire.
about damage. Tell me how much damage I take.
Roll the survival. See what happens.
I'm sick.
I'm stalling.
4.
Okay, so that's gonna be a fail.
Okay.
So let's say. Let's just fire from an arrow. Let's say 1d4.
Uno.
All right. So you feel the flames looking at you, but it's not too bad yet. And I'm not even gonna require performance. I mean,
So are you actually made of rock, or do you just look like rock?
Yeah, I'm like
You
made of earth
use
and rock.
characteristics
And,
of
yeah.
it.
I do have
kind of
special
like the
stuff
thing.
inside.
Well, so can he take damage from the flame?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we have one.
Running out into the woods.
Yes.
So I'm still interested in
Hopefully with 14.
rescuing Jalid. I can't remember her name.
Jahira.
Jahira.
You put them together.
Yeah, you did.
That's their,
I did.
that's their
Jahira.
couple's
Jahira.
name.
I knew it was something.
Jolly.
I knew it was something. I just,
Hashtag Jolie.
Alright. So, there are still way too many mounds not surfaced to say, you know, we could just rush in and try and dig up and get her attention and have her tell us what she knows. So, I'm kind of... I don't want to rush in. I don't want to fire more arrows. I'm hoping that, you know, none of the others that aren't looking our direction because of Norlynn's arrow, like they don't know where it came from. They just know that something happened. But my intent is to take his distraction and try and use it to find the wife.
So are you going to actually start moving into...
Right now, I don't know what I'm doing because there's not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough woke up and you know, are actually moving away to make it feel like it's something we can do just yet.
Okay. So you're just kind of on standby still. All right. Let's go to you.
Okay. So, did I get successfully away by kind of letting them have their prey? Because that's what I talked back to them.
Those two are still kind of watching you, and they think something might be up.
Okay. Why make it? I'm heading over to the last mound.
Mm-hmm.
Do I stealth in? Do I need to roll stealth?
They're watching.
They're watching
Okay. So I dig in,
you. All right.
like I do.
So I mean, it's I can roll this, but as long as it comes up with a 1 through 4 now, it works. So yeah, you found her. So. So I just sent the picture of her too. She looks much less regal than she does in that picture. And for those of you watching at home, I'm going to have all these pictures available for the next session. There's a bit with me needing to get permission from the rights holder before I could get the prints made. We're working it. I already got the permission letter. We'll be good to go for next time.
Upside down.
It's upside down, yeah.
Working as intended.
So,
Alright.
you do successfully unearth her and are able to wake her up, but the other two are going to, at this point, rush in and stab at you.
And I think that's why we're gonna have to call it a night. Unless you think it's gonna be fast.
I know it will be done before 10, but I know you said 9:30. If you need to take off, I get it.
I'll give you 10.
Okay.
Okay. So, they tried to stab at me, or they do stab
They're
at me?
going to stab at you.
Okay.
Do we roll initiative then?
Oh, it's only me.
I was going to try to avoid rolling initiative because that slows things down.
Fair enough.
8 plus, I think it was 4, 12?
Yep. Wait, no. I keep us. Yeah, no. It doesn't make it.
And second one is definitely going to make it. That's a 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be 4 damage on you. And... oh, jeez. 7 more gibberlings wake up from the commotion and start to pop up around you. So that's 16 for you. And 9 for you.
Is she conscious?
Yes, as part of your action, you're able to get her back to consciousness.
Alright, you said 16 for Tierno?
Yeah.
And it's 9 for, because you said 7 plus
7 plus the 2, yep. And with that, I'm going to assume you're going to start running.
Yeah, but can I grab her?
I mean,
You're tiny.
Can she run?
you can try, but you are also a gibberling right now, keep in mind.
She's gonna be
Okay.
afraid of you.
Is it possible for me to shapeshift back into myself, grab her?
Like naked.
She's used to it, okay?
I'm so gonna miss this.
Aren't you glad we decided to go till 10? That is
She is comfortable with her body because she has to do this all the time.
It is an action to change
change-
appearance, so no, you've already done your action.
So I can't grab her?
No, you cannot grab
Oh, yeah, you
her,
have a
shift
voice.
back, and start running. That is way too much.
Okay.
At least
Digging
yell at
her out was an action. Like she can run herself.
Okay. Is she going to be in okay. I didn't know if she was going to be physically okay enough to do that considering her
Well,
state.
she looks rough, but
Okay.
She's not talking to you because again, gibberling. But yeah, she's looking like she's ready to get that.
But I
get the
can
heck out of
change
Dodge.
and move, right?
Well, you dug her up and
Oh.
move.
Move as you run. So
Yeah.
just yell at her that Khalid's this way.
Yeah,
or
I know. I
something.
was gonna talk to her, make sure she knew that I was
Well,
not a
you
real
can use your real voice, right? You're
Yeah,
not.
yeah, I
you
know.
can
I was
still
gonna talk
speak
to
like a
her.
human.
I just didn't realize same turn. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna tell her. I would have assumed it was a new turn. I would have assumed it was a new turn because they attacked me. So then new turn. I dug her out. They saw me. They attempted to stab me. I defended. New turn.
Okay, so
That's why I thought it was new, and I got the extra action now.
I'll do this one of two ways. Either it can be a new turn and you'll get an action, and if you don't use that action to evade, they will get opportunity attacks. Or I'll let you move without them getting additional opportunity attacks.
I was going to move.
Those are your options.
Yes.
You can move and take 2 more shots, or and get an action on top of it, or not. Not get the action on top and just move now. Because, yeah, I'm kind of going a little fast and loose with the action economy. I understand that. I'm trying to speed things up.
I'm still confused. But
Awesome.
okay. At this point, can I change and run?
Yes, you will take 2 more attacks if you do that. That is what I'm telling you.
Just scream and run.
Disengage.
So,
Okay, I will tell Jahira. I will say, I've come with your husband Kahlid. We're here to rescue you. You need to come with me.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you. Okay.
There's no time. We need to go now.
You're short for a gibberlinger.
I was going to say that.
I'm sorry, I beat you to it. My bad.
Okay.
My bad.
Damn it, this action economy sucks.
Okay.
And with that, I get my ass out.
Okay. All right, and she looks around really confused, and then Kahlid actually just shouts, "Over here!" and she immediately and takes off for his voice, with another 3 more gibberlings popping up in pursuit.
So as they
That brings us up to 12.
do they run past us Or we kind of are.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming Kahlid was with you guys because you were kind of setting things up.
So
So-
are these 3 more near M, or now?
Don't worry about keeping track of them.
I know.
So,
If that was your
Or
question.
are they the ones closest to Kahlid?
I'm gonna be faster.
They're popping
As
up
me, I need to
like
change back.
here, there, a little bit of everywhere at this
My
point.
leg
So let's say
moving
one near her, one by Kahlid, one more kind of haphazard.
so as they run past us, because Khalid's with us.
Yep.
And his wife, and so we see M go, and then after his wife catches up to us, and everybody gets ready to start to turn. I had already pre-made this wonderful line of dead leaves and
Yep.
twigs and stuff like that,
Right.
and I set it on fire, and then I book it out.
Yep.
Hoping that the roaring fire gives us some cover and distraction.
So I know how long these things want to chase for.
Okay.
I'm going to say you roll a d4 and we'll subtract that from whatever it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay. 3.
Wow. Okay. So that plan goes off without a hitch. So through the smoke and fire and confusion, you all are able to quickly extricate yourselves and get to the edge of the woods. Let's go to you. So you've got 16 in hot pursuit. What do you do?
Let me tell you. Tierno is, if nothing else, an endurance machine, and I'm just running forever. And if possible, just in a straight line until they stop, until they
Okay.
quit.
Roll athletics for me.
Yeah.
You knew that was coming.
What's your woods sense?
12.
Okay, so with the 12, yeah, I was pegging it at a moderate. So you don't quite lose them.
How many?
Yeah, so you're gonna lose a good chunk of them. So let's say you've got 6 still chasing after you.
Okay.
And I'll give you one more chance at it. One more roll before they catch up.
You're not gonna punish me at all? Come on.
Well, actually, no. What I should do
Fire
is roll for them.
So he's lost 10,
Attacks?
or he's lost 6?
I'm just gonna worry about 6 at this point. And
Nope.
the rest have not significantly gained on you.
Tierno doesn't
Okay.
quit.
Tierno never quits.
Yep. So you just gonna keep on running?
Yeah, do I no
Roll
fire,
it up,
no
roll it
fire
up.
damage?
Oh yeah.
I'm flaming.
Yeah. Roll the D4 again.
D4 again?
Yep.
4.
Oof. At this point, the whole
Toasting a little bottom
costume
there.
is starting to.
Roaring flame,
Pick up.
yes. Athletics?
Yep.
12.
Oh,
Steady.
gaining on you now.
Does he turn around and run that flame right back into him?
You know that. Just truck it. Just not quitting.
Okay, one more time. They are
Fire?
hot on your heels.
Fire damage?
Yep.
2. Oh, that was 12. Go back. Wait.
Did you just crumble?
I just killed myself on my character sheet.
Oh, so you misclicked and killed yourself?
Yes.
Okay. I was
I just
confused.
do?
Undo!
Now I'm Valkyrie Yashara. I don't know what I did. Alright, so I'll add the 2 in, and then, but I'm not dead. Can I,
Keep on running?
right, keep on running.
Yeah.
There we go. 21.
Yeah. With that, you do finally leave them in the dust as they roll a whole 5 with a 0
Drop and
mod.
roll.
Yeah.
How do I fix this?
Roll!
It was at 8.
8
So-
minus the last 2?
So M has lost her 10,
Put
right?
healing
Because
at
she set the fire and
6.
Everybody left. Yeah, we're all free and
Like that.
clear.
Yeah. No, you guys
just
all get away, regroup at the road, battered, toasty.
Did he regroup with us? We're seeing a totally different location.
That's. I assumed he was gonna
We'll see
run
him
for
back
the
in town,
the
I'm sure.
border.
I use my second wind before I get there, just so I look like super like buff and like not injured.
Did you undead yourself?
Yeah, he undeaded him. Yeah,
Alright.
he has health.
That's funny.
That was that second wind or the
Second wind.
hit die? I don't.
Second wind.
Okay.
That's my like action.
Yeah, that's a fighter thing.
Yeah.
So, you all make it to the edge of the woods first, obviously, and Jahira thanks you for the timely rescue, and in a thick accent that I'm going to work on between now and the next session, because I had actually worked on it, but then other stuff came up, so it's gonna suck now. She says, "Thank you for the assistance. I do not know if my husband has revealed this much, but Kahlid and I are members of a group called the Harpers. It is our sworn duty to protect the people of Faerun and maintain the balance in this land. When we were attacked by these monsters, we were on our way to Baldur's Gate to meet with a friend of ours named Imoen. She believes that some growing threat has taken root in the city and requested our help to root it from the shadows. Your group has proven its skills, and we would be honored if you would join us in our travels." And
Are you there at this point?
not quite, but
Okay.
he already knows Jahira and Kahlid, so fortunately, I
Show
don't have
me
to
your
repeat that
chest.
speech.
I haven't known this one.
Okay. I don't care about that.
I mean,
I care about my pack.
whatever they're doing.
You have all my shit that I hope didn't burn off.
You are buck naked.
I haven't changed back
Oh,
yet.
good.
Still a dribbling.
So, at this point, you see a small bit of light and then a whole bunch of smoke start to move through the forest towards you as, Tierno emerges with the smoking ruins of his costume just falling apart around him.
It's nice to know the stone goes all the way down.
Nice job. Yeah, exactly.
Your stones are showing.
What's her name? Jocelyn? What's her name? Joshua?
Shahira?
Jahira.
Jahira, it's good to see you.
It's like
Glad to
it's
know
like
you're not
Shakira, but
tasty on the inside.
How do we know
And
she's not tasty
she-
on the inside?
She looks a little confused at that last statement, but says, then quickly recovers and says, Tierno, I'm glad to see that you were able to assist my husband in my timely rescue.
Happy to do so.
Are any of you especially beat the heck up?
I'm a few hit points down.
Okay.
Almost a half hour.
I'm at 9.
9 of 12.
What- Yeah, let's say below half. Okay, she'll hold off on healing then.
Are we doing a long rest? Are we
Well,
back at the thing? And
I'm gonna wrap it up here,
Okay.
but it's at this point, wow, like 8, 9 o'clock. Let's say 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock both here and in the
Perfect.
this world. So you guys need to figure out what you're going to do.
I hand you your pack.
Oh, thank you. And M proceeds to just change back into her natural form,
Okay.
and then start grabbing her clothes and
No,
just.
the clothes are in my pack.
she starts looking through her pack for her clothes, and she doesn't know where her clothes are. And she's Tierno,
Oh, my bad.
and she goes looks through Tierno.
My
What-
bad.
Thank you. And then she just proceeds to start getting dressed. No shame whatsoever.
So at this point, Kahlid pays you the 50 gold for his task, and for next session,
50 gold?
Yep.
Sweet.
Next session, have level 2 sheets ready.
Woohoo.
All right.
Sweet.
How about a bottle of mead instead of the gold? Like we talked about? Kahlid?
Yeah, you're good, you're good. You get your agreed to rewards.
I
Let
think
me-
we should just sleep in the tavern and then go first thing in the morning on the. Right? Because aren't we still right outside of town, so we can go back to the.
You're
fort?
at this point several, few hours away from.
Fine.
It's a couple hours to get to the.
Yeah.
Well, we still need to do a long rest, right?
Yeah.
Camp it up back where the other camp was.
Just do
Okay. Awesome.
So we go back to
Good
the
fun, man.
campsite.
Well done.
Always
Take
fun.
the.
Nice.
Move the dead bodies.
No, I was gonna say take the tents and move them elsewhere.
Well, the tents were kind of,
Damage.
yeah, they're pretty wrecked.
Thank you, Twitch.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
We had a couple of viewers.
It was all because of her Jibberwocky.
Thanks, Jinx. Thanks, Zinji, for tuning in. I don't know if anybody else.
Are they still on?
Hopefully
I
there's
think
at least one.
Jinx might be. I don't think
Ooh.
Zinji is. Zinji usually goes to bed early.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, and
2 weeks?
are we good for 2 weeks from now?
Yes, we'll go back to.
Are we going back to that at
Are
all
we?
until
Are we
Rich
waiting
is-
till Rich? I'm okay with waiting. I don't mind waiting.
Okay.
If we want to see.
I mean, I assume we
I think
just.
we just see what Rich does.
Okay. So in 2 weeks, something will happen.
Both be ready.
Yep.
Yep.
All
We
right.
need a
Bye,
level
Jinx.
3 for hers and a level 2 for yours.
Bye.
Mhm.
All right.